Welcome to Real Shock, the good, the bad, and the what the fuck, where I make an unsuspected guest watch the worst, weirdest, and most disturbing films so you don't have to. With me today, the two boys who can handle any movie have come in. We got Curt and Sacha. They are going to be our alien pros today. Boys, how you guys doing?
I'm doing good. How about you, Sacha?
This is so awkward. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Sash, coming in at the last minute, saving the day.
Yeah, buddy.
We really appreciate it. We were supposed to have a tech guy here. He could not show. Jensen, if you're watching, go to hell. But Sacha stepped up, who's not tech savvy at all. Me and Curt have been working tooth and nail to get this live, while Sacha is just swiping left and right always. But we're here. We're here to talk Alien, guys. We're going to go through the first four movies. We originally were going to do a bigger thing, but this is actually just a test run of seeing if we can do a live episode. Mostly just my friends have been invited, but anyone's free to show up. We don't know who else will come in here, but going over the first four Alien films, mostly talking about 1, 2, going to get into some cool facts about 3, and hopefully not talking about 4 at all.
I can't wait to dumpster dive on
I
it.
am not a fan of 4.
Oh, it's going to be a good one.
Do you guys want to get into it, or you guys have any kind of intros, anything you want to talk about? Anything new coming up? Any Alien Earth things you guys want to bring up? That's the whole point why we're bringing this up. Alien Earth is on Disney right now.
Yeah, I like the show. I really liked the first episode really hooked me. I think it really brought back the feeling of Alien.
Yeah.
Especially the first half of the episode. It was like getting a free Alien movie in a show, which was really cool. As the show's gone on, there's been themes that I really like. It's hit or miss at some points. Some story beats aren't as good as others, but through and through, I really like it.
Not to jump too far ahead, but 5 does almost an even better job of episode 1.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Really becoming Alien. Have you seen it at all?
No, Curt got me onto it, and then I watched the first half an hour and got super distracted. But
I don't think you're missing much.
Well, I'll say I really like the tone. It really keeps the atmosphere real. It does honestly, it does a lot of things like that are identical to Alien, and then it just goes wee.
I think so too.
Yeah.
To get through Alien Earth, I have to have a Blade Runner mindset because it apparently takes place in the same universe. So when you throw all these androids and synthetics at me, I'm out of the Alien mode. I'm thinking Blade Runner the whole way. And when I think Blade Runner, I can get through all this stuff. When I'm thinking Alien, I'm kind of annoyed.
So I'm opposite. I like the android aspect, but again, if it's a splash of it. So like there's Kane.
No, I don't like it. I have to think of it as a completely different movie. I actually hate the android aspect.
In all of it?
I mean, it's fine to have around. 1 does it great.
Fantastic.
But other than that, and 2 does it good too, because you give us the opposite. You know, you throw Bishop in there.
Yeah.
But Alien Earth just being based around this, it's just not my thing. And we did this with David already. We're not going to talk about Prometheus and Covenant, so we might as well bring up David now. He's the main antagonist of the prequel movies, played by Fassbender. I hate it. He's all right in Prometheus, but by the time it's Covenant, I am not into it.
No,
at all.
I think all of those movies can burn in hell for my sake.
So that's Alien Earth. If you guys haven't seen it yet, check it out. I don't like it, but I actually think it's worth a watch, and I think it's really good quality. If you're not an Alien fan, this might make you an Alien fan.
Yeah,
So.
and I kind of think of that like when after watching Romulus as well. You could kind of see it being the most recent movie, Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
It was very much like a rehash of all the Alien movies, so you kind of get all of them in one movie. So it's a good way to bring in some new fans who might watch that and enjoy it and think, I'm going to go back and watch old Alien movies and see where I see similarities and where this director got things from. I think Alien Earth is sort of doing the same thing, just they have to prolong it because it's multiple
Any Easter
episodes.
eggs that you guys caught?
In Romulus?
No, in Earth. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Earth.
Oh, he's talking about Earth.
In Earth, probably, but I didn't write anything specifically down. But in that first episode, there's so much of Alien, just with the text. I think the opening text was the same essential font that they used in Alien.
Romulus, the entire thing is an Easter egg. It's just
this one long you remember this in this line?
Let's just bring it, and if we don't have something, we'll just quote.
Yeah,
for no reason.
Flat out quote it.
I just want to say as a side note, Jeremy was supposed to pay attention to the messages, which he's done a shit job. So hi Mo.
Hey, Mo.
I don't have it on the computer. I have it right up on the screen for everyone to see. So go ahead and call me out, Sacha, whenever you see something.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Mo, did I even send you a link, Mo? How did you get on here? God damn it. He's always around.
But going back to
Top
the
fan.
Alien movie, because when you were saying Romulus,
Yep.
that whole movie is literally just throwbacks.
Yeah.
Every single punchline. I've heard a few people who actually said they really enjoyed it. If I were to argue, in my personal opinion, I think Romulus is the worst one of
Interesting.
them all.
Interesting.
Romulus is the worst one?
Pretty close.
That's a hot take.
That is a hot
Put
take.
it this way, I would rather watch Resurrection with something in my ass than watch that movie any day.
That is
The
extreme,
hot take
bro.
of the night, I think.
Oh,
I can't
100%.
believe that's how you feel.
No, mind you,
He's gonna clip this for sure. It's gonna be on every Instagram ever.
By no means has Romulus ever been anyone's like bottom. I can't. That's crazy. I mean,
Straight bottom.
and
No
why is
top.
that? Why is it?
Because it's got throwbacks to every single thing. For instance, the
Yeah.
android
Yeah.
who goes, what do you say about the bitch line?
Oh, he does the, yeah.
Get away from her, you ...
You know, everything he's bringing up is literally the worst,
Worst part
parts
of
this.
Romulus,
So I'm like, I
yeah.
can't argue that. If that took you out that much, that's legit. 'Cause
Oh,
yeah.
I think that is so bad. And we had such a good movie that it's really upsetting to see like the android who didn't swear just decides to say
swear.
Yeah.
that a quote from something he has no idea from. Like
Yeah.
it is just horrible.
One face hugger can destroy a whole bunch of dudes, but 14 of them can't catch one person.
True.
Also, the other thing when it's like
He's making a lot of sense.
when
here.
they had
have
it
to
like
rewatch it.
in that one place, like all of the facehuggers were hoarded in. It's like we got to keep it at 96.6 degrees, and then they won't notice it. They open the doors. What the fuck do you think would happen? It'd be like it's like 50 degrees. Everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Like I know it's gatekeeping, but like man, these
Yeah.
are my movies, so I was just like, are you kidding me?
I'm worried we were clipping there. Mo, you let us know if the audio was going a little crazy.
No, we're
there.
good as long as it doesn't. Hit
I
the red
lowered
line.
it just now. I think I was
Oh,
going
sorry.
a little.
Maybe I got a little excited.
I think I did that with the volume button there.
Whatever.
Let's get into Alien 1. I've got some notes here, but guys, feel free to talk about whatever you want for Alien 1 right now. I wanted to bring up something special about Alien 1, something I find completely different from the others, but why don't you guys tell me your opinions of Alien 1 first?
Do you want to go ahead first, Sash? Do you want me to go ahead?
Oh no.
Sasha's a lot on Alien 1. Why don't you go
Beauty
first?
before age.
Kurt.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, give me your hints. Are you an Alien 1 guy or an Aliens guy?
Or an Alien 3 guy.
Yeah. It's hard to I see that obviously at the end we'll probably do a ranking, and that's tough. I think as a kid and growing up, Aliens would have been my favorite, because I think actually that was the first one I did watch.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one? Aliens.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I know that, and I actually had a really interesting conversation, I think it was like last week or whatever, when we were talking to Jensen and some others about, you know, kind of whichever one you watched first is sort of becomes your favorite. And I think that's true with most movies, but especially I feel with the Alien series it is.
But that's like a nostalgic factor.
Right, but now as an adult and as I've rewatched, I do find myself being more inclined to rewatch Alien than Aliens. I'm like a lot of people will put like a sleep sound on or whatever. I like to put like classic horror movies as my like sleep timer. And one of those top threes that I'll throw on is the Alien. I think it's just the soundtrack really hits, just the overall sound design in it, the way the ship sounds, everything. It's so comforting.
That intro, especially.
It's so good. Just the sound.
Sorry, guys, not to cut you guys off. Are we still live? Mo, if you can message us, because I checked the feed and it doesn't look like it says it ended a while ago, but maybe we're still good. And I'm really interrupting you guys. I'm sorry. Just having like a panic here.
Yeah, we do apologize. This is the very first live podcast that we've done.
No, Joe's saying tiny Sacha.
And this is factual. I see some comments.
She's always making a comment about me somewhere. So this
Definitely,
makes
if they're
sense.
still messaging, I think we're okay.
See,
Still live.
Awesome.
Thanks, Kurt's wife's in there.
Wow, I really
There we go.
fucked that up. Sorry, guys.
No problem.
Had a
But
panic
I
attack.
But just
Oh no, we're not live.
Just to add to your point, though, there's three different films. So like Alien is like survival horror.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens is more action based, and Alien 3 is kind of a mix, but more atmosphere and like gritty, dirty, and with a different feel on the Alien.
Absolutely. But I'll always go back, and that's like probably the Alien movie that I watch the most now as an adult is Alien.
It's funny, isn't it? Because we all grew up either with Alien 3 because that was the first Alien we saw, or Aliens because it was the most popular. But when you get older, it's all about Alien.
Yeah.
100%.
It doesn't make any sense. The others are kind of childish. Like Alien was this really unique space horror film.
Absolutely.
And it's just timeless.
Yeah.
I know Erica wasn't a fan, but
Erica, were you not a phone? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm tiny. Oh, I guess I'm tiny because I'm sitting back, but that's about it.
tiny Sash. We should have introduced him like that.
Mo's thinking I look swole. It's just this camera angle.
Trust me, he's not swole.
I want to talk about why Alien is so different from Aliens. And we get a big action film in Aliens. We'll get into that when we get to that film. But Alien, I got some facts for you guys. It was not really meant to be an aggressive horror film. It's meant to be a horror film. It's not meant to be an aggressive attacking alien. The whole point of the alien was actually to reproduce. And in deleted scenes, it was doing messed up things. It was on all four like this with its tail out, like it was going to penetrate you. It was capturing you, which they left in, but it makes you wonder, what the hell was that like when you rewatch Alien? Why isn't it just killing them, biting them? And it just shows scenes of flashing. Well, when it grabs Dallas in the tunnel, it grabs him in a deleted scene. He's in an egg. And that's what it used to do. It used to turn you into an egg. But it was really sexual, really visual. It was made by Geiger.
Well, that's
all of his art was sex.
Yeah,
stuff,
very
right?
sexual.
It was very psychosexual stuff.
So the whole point of this first Alien film was like all reproduction stuff, how to reproduce. It wasn't meant to kill. And do you remember creeping up on the girl in the chain room? What's her name? There's only like two girls, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, crap. Yeah, I should know. The blonde one.
Yeah, a little Easter egg is, so it's going for her to actually reproduce. That's why the tail's slowly creeping up. But a little Easter egg shows earlier on, or maybe it's in Aliens, in the computer system, she's a hermaphrodite. So he thought she was a woman ready to mate with her. But it turns out he couldn't mate with her, so he killed her.
Oh, interesting.
And that's why you get these
Lambert.
weird scenes where it's like creeping and slowly being weird and spacey. It just wants to reproduce with you.
But there's also the one thing, just to back up here. Well, there's a horn. Okay. Just to back up to one point that you said before was about how being a slower movie. Like, it's one of the original slow burn movies. It's made to be like that.
I forget that because I treat it like two acts. So I take act one as it is and I take act two as the horror. I forget that. And if you're not able to divvy that up, it must be really slow for people.
Not really. Well, again, like you said, like all the visuals, everything, like the H.R. Geiger stuff, like all of his art is psychosexual stuff. Like that's, so like when you were talking about like how the alien was originally, that probably couldn't have been filmed as that if it would have been his original intent for the alien's design.
Right.
There's no way.
Right.
What with like the Geiger look?
100%.
Yeah.
All this stuff was like, it was insane. But like,
I didn't really catch it, but did you know that Geiger only really designed the alien stuff and the human stuff? They actually had to get somebody else because they didn't want to mix worlds, but they kind of made the human stuff look just like the Geiger stuff.
oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
They needed to separate it. They needed to get a different set design guy, so they showed.
Oh, okay,
this
for
is
like the
human,
alien space.
and this is alien.
The human spaceship.
But the fact that the alien is so camouflaged in the human stuff, it's like it kind of just blends together.
True.
But the human stuff is all viable, realistic tubing and things that are all
Okay, I get what you mean.
and
Yeah.
then the alien stuff is just foreign, and we just like, who creates this?
Right.
When you're on the Prometheus ship or whatever it is.
We're not getting into that.
I can't find. I was really hoping to find a picture of that all fours deleted scene. I wish I could pull up some old DVDs for you guys, the physical media, but I can't. But there's that woman getting nice and.
What's your favorite scene in Alien?
Oh, that's a good
I'm
question.
going to ask both of you.
Can you go first? Because that's gonna take a second.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably should have thought of this first. To be...
Okay, you know what? It's not fair because the chest burst is the scene, but we've all been desensitized to it. We're also used to it. We've seen it in all this multimedia and stuff. And like, even if you haven't seen Alien, that scene is just on The Simpsons, on Spaceballs. I think it's only fair to say that is the greatest scene because it's one of the greatest scenes in cinema.
Did you know the lady who got splattered? That was her actual natural reaction.
Yeah, the scene was filmed like it was like essentially the cast didn't know that was about to happen. Like that was going to be. I think they were expecting some sort of like scary scene, but they weren't fully prepped for the chestburster, which was a it was a live prop, right? Like it was done practically. So her like scream, her natural reaction that you see in film is a real, like the real life reaction. But that's I would second chair. For me, the one that always jarred was the death in the fight of Ash. Oh, we got ads.
Michelin tires.
Is the death of Ash and the fight, like with like the white blood and the visceralness of his death, like the decapitation.
That's good too, because when have you ever seen that, like white blood? And the like anal beads inside him. Why do we do it? Like and even just Ash in general, the android attacks a guy with a newspaper clip and shoves it in his mouth.
Just small. Your ex's nickname was Chestburster.
Like who shoves a newspaper down your throat? Everything Ash related is just so foreign and so iconic. You don't see that in anything else.
The only scene that I didn't understand of what he was doing. First off, wait, are we still going on that scene? Okay. Yes. Why did he take the porn mag and try shoving
That's what I'm talking about.
It's so aggressive.
And I just don't understand where that was going. Was it going in his mouth? Was it just stopping him from breathing? It's so cool because does an android think like that?
Right. I don't because you know how in the second one they make a point of Bishop saying, I was designed to not hurt people, right?
Yeah.
So in the first one, do you think Ash was programmed to be able to hurt people, or they kind of just left it out that he they didn't program him to not do it, therefore he could, but he had no specific, and that's why he chose a very strange way of murder, because it's like he doesn't.
That's not bad.
Well, no.
Does Ash ever physically attack anyone other than that?
And it's like a self-defense thing.
And the only way he does it is
Ash,
it's
Cain?
not. No, is it Cain? I thought
No, it's Ash. Ash is
Ash is the original. Yeah.
And Ash doesn't know how to kill someone, so he just grabs
like there's no weapon programming in him to know that like a knife or a wrench would be a better tool for human murder. So it's just like, this is a thing, and I will shove it down the thing that creates air. I don't know.
That's not bad.
But if you think about the whole Alien movie, it's essentially one giant sexual assault.
Yeah.
To impregnate people.
It is, so and that's what the point of Alien is. That's why it's so hard to. Once Aliens comes out, and I'm going to talk about the problems of Aliens very soon. Aliens almost wrecks Alien on purpose. Like it didn't get what that movie was about, and it went in a totally different direction.
Yeah.
Are we ready to talk about Aliens?
One more
dissing
since we all have these really good sexual points.
We didn't say our favorite scenes too, except for him.
I did the Ash.
Oh shit! I didn't do mine.
You
go. Go.
I already did. It's my Ash. But my point, and this was raised by Erica in chat, saying that the actual like lubricant that they used in the film was KY jelly. I mean, not that you, the viewer, would.
Thanks, why does Erica know that?
Well, she's probably looking.
She probably found an interesting factoid. That's a very.
We're gonna pin that message.
That's a great
message.
But behind this, obviously, as a viewer, you would never know that. But even they wanted to commit to the sexuality of the film and just put everyone in KY jelly. And now your favorite.
I was gonna say is when Dallas dies. That whole scene with the radar. It's so intense.
Yeah. Oh, you know what that is really, and how iconic is that radar?
The beeping.
The beeping, the holding it up. No one had done that before. This kind of like tracking in this isolated area.
True.
I was just very disappointed for many, many years on how Dallas died. Without the knowing of the deleted scene and without the sexual tones of this film, that was really underwhelming for me because I believe it just flashes the alien like jumping out at him.
Well, there is a scene to that. Do you know what happened? You can actually see when he flashes his arms out, you see him wearing jeans.
Oh, shit. Don't wreck this for me.
And the other problem, it's the only film that I've ever seen that in Blu-ray, it's shit because it takes away all the grittiness of the VHS and all that like haziness, I guess, and now you see every fault for what it's supposed to be, and that really
actually the few that I like the quality that I've watched now is I'll just like find the like crappiest quality that I can find online, like even if it's just streaming, but I'll like lower the bit rate so it's like it looks like how it would look like on VHS, and then it erases all that like the shroud that gets lifted when you watch it on DVD. And you can see because there's a lot of scenes if you watched on DVD or Blu-ray where the alien is supposed to be like very well hidden, where you'd only maybe be able to see a ridge, but in the high quality, you can see the alien like right out, and it's just like waiting, like I'm gonna scare you,
I'm gonna get you.
like it's the worst when you can see the jump scare, but it's not. I don't know. Like modern movies now, will
HD has somewhat wrecked.
See,
Here's an image of the Dallas stuff that we're talking about. I can't really pull it up too great, but that's when he's turning into an egg. A deleted scene. Did you happen to, when you were showing Erica, did you happen to get the deleted stuff, or probably
no? We just watched like
anymore?
the raw movie.
There's no way Erica would have lasted through a whole.
No shit.
Deleted. There's no way. No. She was like watching.
I was lucky to get
Wingspan.
A single viewing was good enough.
You weren't able to put on the special features afterwards.
There was no special. The special features was like, oh, did you know? And then
the special feature would be to turn off the TV. That's what.
I just sometimes my movie recaps. She enjoys them greater than the actual film. So
that's like, yeah, I could see that.
Kurt's notes, we call them. So
yeah, you really get to the point. You really get the punches. Yeah. Jensen, I can't believe you are sitting at home watching this. You're not here. Sasha's here to fill in for you, and that was a nightmare. He's just sat back and smoked like crazy,
and drinking Diet Coke.
So, are we ready for Aliens?
I think so.
Okay, let's get into this. So I brought up earlier Aliens, the action-packed James Cameron. Definitely a great movie. Mm-hmm. And I have no problem with someone saying this is the best movie because it's so different. But it didn't match what Alien was. For one, we had a survival horror, isolated, dark, grimy, and he turned it into an action-packed adventure. Yeah, it's not even horror. There's just an action-packed adventure.
Mm-hmm. But it still keeps the same feel, though. Between the lair and like when you're running around, the dark gloomy
moments for sure.
Even like when you're just looking into the rafters and stuff, and they're coming. It's got like all the smoke and all the the lighting.
So another issue I have is I call this the Batman theory. You don't just jump out at a gun. So Batman will hide in the shadows, and you grab you and come out. And if he goes and fights in a nightclub, he should get his ass kicked. He's just a normal dude. The Alien did such a good job of that in the first one. Camouflage, coming out, sneak attacking you, coming down. They were just running at bullets. And what is so special about the xenomorph when they can just get killed by guns? I feel like 2 wrecked that for me. I saw the potential of them being a great weapon from the first one. And the third one, I don't understand. If a crew of idiots could annihilate a whole hive. So it pisses me off.
It gives me a feel like when it's a single xenomorph,
right.
It's like hyper, like it's like the most excellent killer. Yeah. But in a group, it's like they lose their identity and they just become like a more like a rabid animal where they'll just attack in numbers and they think that their numbers will outwin. So it almost
they are a hive mind because you see that with the Queen, which was not in the first movie as well. They decided to go with a hive idea in the second movie. So
it almost makes you wonder if where they evolve from changes like their entire dynamic.
Well, go talk to David.
Because like your first alien
him, right?
in the Alien movie comes from that specific human who had that genetic DNA, as compared to in the Aliens, it was the colonizers that got they got face hugged, chestbursted, and created a bunch of aliens. So I wonder if you just get like a very different vibe, like and because they're on a different planet, maybe they just have.
No, it's the same planet.
What is the same planet?
So that's true. Here's my issue only with the film. I love the film. Like again, one is survival horror, one is action. But the thing is, if they already had an issue on one of those planets, and then they come down to colonize, there's a whole ship of eggs. Clearly, this is going to happen. Mm-hmm. We as the viewers don't know how they're going to react. They react like a beehive. Again, mind you, the xenomorph, the perfect organism. Mm-hmm. But perfect organism can be made as they are just like shapeshifters. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily how they attack. But they attack the way in Alien and in Aliens. It's just a bunch of fucking stupid.
You think so? I think they charge too much. They charge in.
What you talk about, the aliens or the humans are charging in?
The aliens, I feel like they charge in too much.
Well, if you remember the first scene, like when when the Marines go in and they first start attacking, it was pretty stealthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was pretty.
It was more like
coordinated.
Yeah, I'm thinking later on in the film. Yeah. Earlier in the film, they were actually doing the original Alien.
True. Yeah. And that's what I was. The one point I was when you were saying, Sacha, or sorry, not Sacha, but Chair, about how. Like the horror kind of is gone away. And then you said, no, it's still there. And actually I was thinking because I actually recently rewatched all of them in a random order, whatever I could. I felt like anything with Ripley was more horror centric. Like any of her scenes were more like we're trying to pull out Alien, whereas everyone else around, like any scenes that were focused on obviously the Marines and that went action. Yeah. I like that about it. It was almost like anything with just Ripley was like you were getting Alien, and you could tell that like you feel like the director was trying to like carry the story forward, her story, and then just trying to introduce a bunch of other ideas, and that's where the action comes from and that. But anything like with just Ripley, including like the final fight with the whole Queen fight and that, that is where it starts to get back. Feels like Alien in the scares, and that it's won against essentially an unwinnable fight because she's at a super disadvantage because she's.
It's bizarre though to fight the alien. Like she's scrambling at the end of the first one. It's almost identical scenes, right?
Yeah.
But it's a different take. One is like I'm ready to start punching you in the face.
Yeah, she's more.
The other is like get away from me. Like I'm ready to kill myself to get away from this.
Well, she maybe in her like 57-year like hibernation, she like had like a Matrix thing where she plugged in and got like way more confident at fighting aliens. She's like, I dreamt about this for 57 years.
When did Aliens come out though? Because this could
86, I think, right?
86.
This Aliens is 86.
So that
July
would be like
18th.
that would be starting to be the height of action movies. No.
Yeah.
So then that's probably why they did it.
It was James Cameron. I mean,
Oh,
he can't help
yeah.
himself,
You guys
right?
know the directors.
The next film was Terminator 2. He just finished Terminator.
Yep.
A very successful film for like guerrilla shooting. He made this film for 18 million and it grossed 130 million. That's a success story in the 80s. That's huge.
Yeah, I was reading a bunch of really interesting trivia about James Cameron being awarded this film and how that all fell through. And he's obviously a North American or Canadian director, but filmed all of his movies in North America. And this was his first movie in, this was filmed in England, overseas. And there was actually a lot of like turmoil, like, cause it was a lot of the original Alien, like not cast. Well, some of like a lot of the actors and stuff are English, but the crew was all English. And he was coming over and trying to learn like how the crews work very differently in England, and they don't want to work overtime, and the unions are different, and everything like that. So there was a huge like they were actually trying to not undermine him, but they really didn't want him to do it because they thought they were going to ruin what was perfect in the first director's Alien, which is Ridley Scott. So the original crew, or some of the original crew that carried through.
We don't have much on James Cameron up to this point. Just Terminator 1,
just Terminator,
which is very
right?
guerrilla shooting. I would be scared too. If all of a sudden we just filmed Alien and we're about to film Aliens and we're seeing like Ripley's pulling out her gun and all these, like commandos are coming out acting cheesy. Bill Paxton's on set.
Yeah.
Like
they when they awarded the film to James Cameron, they showed the crew, or they asked the crew to watch Terminator just to see, like, be like, he's a good filmmaker. They like refused to watch it. They raised a stink, and then when he was awarded and he was coming across, they're like, "Look, you really do have to watch it because he really did do an amazing job." And they still hadn't watched it.
it's
They
funny
refused to
because
watch
Terminator 1 actually fits a very close idea to Alien 1. It's much closer Terminator 1 than Aliens is more like Terminator 2.
Yeah.
And we could see the huge difference in Terminator 1
But
and
why would
Terminator
he
2.
make for someone that's like narcissistic? It's like, watch my movies.
Well, I guess maybe
To
because he
show like I can do the job.
Yeah.
I get that, but the actors don't give a actors don't give a fuck. They're getting paid to do their job.
Yeah.
Like, they want to sit there and watch unless they're getting paid for it. Then I'd be like, fuck it. Who
the
cares?
studio actually didn't want to didn't want to pay for Sigourney Weaver.
No.
For the second movie?
Yep.
No.
And he wanted her, and then so he set up like so James Cameron set up like a little like sting operation where he called a different actor. I think it might have been was it Schwarzenegger? Yeah, because he was setting up a little sting operation where he called Schwarzenegger's agent, saying that I'm going to write out Ripley out of the script, knowing that agent was going to contact Sigourney Weaver's agent, who then raised a stink to the studio, who then said, "Okay, we'll pay her the money." Which I thought was really interesting because imagine Arnold Schwarzenegger coming in as not Ripley, but then it would have been full action,
like Predator, New Age Predator.
That'd have been crazy.
That would have been
It would have been Aliens, Terminator.
It wouldn't have been
the same movie.
what we wanted from a sequel.
You can't take a movie where it's got a female protagonist that's like so heavy-handed and then be like, yeah, we're gonna just rip it out and put this guy
the most male there is. Arnold
Schwarzenegger. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they even
should have
thought
been
about
Frost.
That. That's insane.
He should have been Frost.
I was reading. It was really interesting. It was a really fun read. There's a lot about just the whole turmoil that happened between when they came. But in the end, they obviously Everyone they loved it and they were really happy with it. He had a lot of problems with the score though. I guess it was scored in the week before, like it was going to go to not to theater but like to cut. So when they actually showed it to the executives before sending it off to like theaters, there was no score yet.
Why didn't they just use the guy from the first movie?
Or no, they he got the guy that did some other science fiction kind of action movies.
Probably Terminator.
No, was it the Terminator guy?
And that's not bad music.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, it was like scored and like the sound was done very, very late.
So I'm crapping on Aliens, but it actually is like maybe the best one. I mean, personally, I like Alien, but I could see people saying Aliens is the one. But what I find a problem is that Alien 3, we're going to get into Alien 3 now. Is that okay?
Oh boy.
Do it, man.
Alien 3 is not as bad as people are saying. Mm-hmm. The only thing that makes Alien 3 bad is that Aliens Part 2 is just way too good. So how do you follow up on this?
So, I got a lot to it because when you were talking about Sigourney Weaver and stuff like that, so it took 6 years. Did you know that to produce? Because they were going back and forth between different, not actors, what are they called? Whatever, like to film the film, and then finally Fox 21 took back over, and Sigourney Weaver wanted X amount of dollars, and they were going to pay her, and they finally did. Yeah. But that's why it took so long. And the xenomorph was actually a really, really big deal because there were so many different screenplays to that movie, and then they finally landed on that one.
Ripley is one of my favorite characters in film.
Oh, me too, hands down.
Like easily one of my favorite characters in film. Like I'm not saying my favorite girl character. I'm saying like my favorite character. Like it's very hard for me to think of someone that beats it.
Yeah,
because she's relatable. She's not like some super being.
And it is 2 that really helps her case. Because even though I crap on 2, again, 2 is the one that's like, this woman's got it.
Yeah,
it's where she just steps it up.
Absolutely.
And she, because 1, she's kind of a B. She makes the most sense, which I like, and she survives by making the most sense. Mm-hmm. And then 2 just shows, I'm not even afraid of this thing anymore.
Right.
No.
And then she just crushes.
I think what also helps her is they she's very smart. She makes like good horror decisions.
Oh yeah.
Like if she was in a slasher, she wouldn't run upstairs kind of decisions. So she's always like thinking ahead of the bad guy in the movies. But they also make everyone around incredibly stupid. Like the scientists and all alien stuff are always so dumb and taking risks.
The smartest guys.
That I don't feel like people of that caliber that are like working on intergalactic spaceships, science divisions should be making.
She's the one in the first movie that calls everybody out. Like there's protocols to this, and it actually would have worked if Ash wasn't a saboteur.
Yeah.
She actually would have kept the alien off the ship, but Ash
was like,
goes against protocol.
Erica wants to let someone know it's called feminism. I would love to know to which comment of one of these 2 jackasses. Whatever they said. I know I didn't say shit, so.
Actually, so like I was saying, I rewatched the Alien movies in kind of like a random shotgun order. But in watching Alien 3, what surprised me is it was a lot like way gorier than I remember, and I think it might be like the goriest of the 4. What do you guys think about that?
Well, it's weird that you say that because I think less is more, and it takes the Halloween approach where it's like you see the knife but you don't see the actual thing, and your brain kind of like
does the rest.
Right, and it's kind of like that through all 3. But you are right that it does show a little bit more with like the punching.
There's a lot more blood.
Like yeah.
It was like my first Alien, actually. I saw it when it came out. My father rented it, brought it home for me. I had already known Alien from rides at Disney and stuff, but when I saw it, I could barely watch it. I took it as like pure horror.
Yeah.
Like to me, that was my dad showing me like a horror film.
Yeah.
This was terrifying. And it was pretty scary going on these rides at Disney with the alien constantly attacking us. But this was like my first experience to watching the movie, and it was just absolutely terrifying. Especially this image, and I want to get into this image too in Alien 3.
Yes.
This is, in my opinion, out of all the movies, actually, I think this is the most iconic imagery of Alien. They use this imagery a lot for advertising stuff, and it's funny. It comes from 3 out of all the movies. This is what you kind of show people to make them understand what Alien is,
or you know
what
what
it's about,
or the egg.
And a funny
Egg too, but that egg's not even in the film, which is pretty funny.
No, I'm just saying the poster. Just the poster of the egg is like one of the most iconic.
The funny thing about that shot is, so as you said, there was a lot of issues. The major issues. This was David Fincher's first film, which he went on to become a really well known and done awesome movies. Some of my favorites, like Seven and everything like that. Because he was new,
Great parenting.
the studio, like it was giving him a hard time. And that actual scene with the alien, they did not want him to shoot it. He was like, no, I'm putting it back in. And they kept saying, no, you're not going to film the scene. He just literally grabbed a camera, grabbed Sigourney, was like, and shot the shot. And it's like literally snuck that shot into the movie. They did not want that in the film. And that is one of the most popular.
That shot. Yeah. That's the most iconic one out of
and that was never meant to be in the
time.
movie. He like forced it in.
And you got to trust Fincher on this. You know, he hated the film. He absolutely hated making it. He hates Fox for interfering with it.
Yeah,
this
that was a
movie
big
is
problem.
a dumpster fire. But I have a little make believe. We're three men in an attic. We might as well come up with a little fantasy. Okay. What if Alien 3?
That is way
Don't three men come up with fantasies in attics?
Yeah.
Is that not a thing?
That's what I do.
I guess that's the thing. Let's go.
Noah's here right now. What if we rewrote Alien 3 to take place before Aliens? So Newt's not there yet. Sigourney goes right from the Nosferatu exploding into this prison planet. I feel like Alien 3 could fit perfectly and be a perfect trilogy if you went Alien, Alien 3, Aliens. Taking out all the problematic stuff from Alien 3, including, spoiler alert, her death. At the end. That doesn't happen, obviously.
Yeah.
But if we fit this same movie, it's not that far from one. In fact, it could be technically somewhat of an upgrade to one by having a little more character of Ripley and a little more upgraded in technology and filming. And stuff.
So, wait, hold on. So, like, how would that work? So, Alien, and then you put Alien 3. How is it's just her ship just crash landed on?
Right. Yeah.
Just
So instead of
that's it?
instead of Newt being on it, it'd be the cat.
The
So it'd
cat,
be like the sad
I
cat
actually
death.
thought of that. The cat's what's infected.
And so I know in like, 'cause, you know, there's a big important, I don't know how important it is, but obviously Bishop is in 3. Yeah. Just his head. Right. So you maybe, but
Ash.
But
Ash survives. She's got Ash, the body of Ash with her.
Just the
He's
head.
like, sorry, Ripley, like, had to do what I had to do, but he still helps her. Like,
Right.
There's an alien around.
Yeah. Because you retcon, but she obviously didn't take him with it. I don't know. You could probably figure it out though. But it'd be funny. Then you do
Like a
Ash.
trash heap or
Yeah.
something.
She doesn't die.
To me,
It could work.
I kind of like it how it went, though. Like, I really do.
I just don't think there's any coming back from aliens.
But if you're talking
she just
about
fought
like
the queen, and then she goes and fights a dog alien.
right, but you're talking about like a realistic approach. This whole fucking thing isn't a realistic
You said dog.
approach.
It's also cattle.
So
This is true.
Can we get into this?
Yeah.
I own the Alien quadrilogy, and on that quadrilogy was the assembly cut, which I didn't know was a thing.
Yeah.
I only knew the alien coming from cattle, which is only on the assembly cut. The original cut, the normal cut, is from a dog.
Yes.
And that's it. You either get the dog version or the ox version. And so I had no idea what people were talking about with the dog. I had seen that movie with my dad, obviously, when he was showing me it, but I was closing my eyes the whole time and stuff. So I didn't know. When I was growing up watching it, it was always a cow hanging upside down. And it burst out of a cow. What did you guys get? Do you remember the dog?
I don't ever remember that. I only knew about the dog from internet later on in life.
No, me, it was dog.
Yeah?
For sure. Yeah.
I hadn't watched
the
Alien
assembly
3
cut's
until-
it's not normal. It's hard to find. In fact, only one time I know it's on is the quadrilogy. Other than that, you have to look for the assembly cut. You can't just go and buy the assembly cut.
Yeah,
Was it on VHS?
Oddly enough, I've only ever seen.
Because if it
It
was
might
on
have been on VHS. The 4-pack. I think I would have had
but
a VHS.
I'm wondering if it was because on VHS because I have the 4-pack VHS, the quad,
the black box.
Yeah, and then I have it all individual from the 80s as well, still in my parents' basement. I think that's the only VHS.
The individual would be the.
Jared, I got it. He called the Nostromo the Nosferatu. It's the vampire ship, the OG vampire ship.
I did not catch that. Hey.
3 Men, 1 Attic also is a great comp. That's like 3 Men and a Baby. The 3 Men in an Attic. It's like the scary movie rendition.
My sweet husband's saying how the intelligent women are making great choices while the men are making dumb choices in Curt's words.
So Curt could have shortened it down to feminism.
Yeah. All that to say, TLDR, feminism. 3 Men in an Attic. That's where we teach you about it.
3 is just very problematic though for being. There's an extended cut too, which I heard.
And I think that I don't even know what version I most recently watched, but it was the Ox. So must have been
Assembly
the assembly cut. But yeah, I liked it actually. On my most recent rewatch, I found myself. I was like, I actually really do like it.
I love it. I've loved it since like when it first came out. I looked into it a little bit of why it didn't do so well. Well, the movie did quite well, but then everyone started to hate it. So I think they were just like getting their pitchforks and flames and torches and just saying like, this is shit. Like, I understand it's not like 1 and 2 because they were so notoriously loved, and this took a different turn of how they wanted to see it, so it wasn't as like loved. But then all of a sudden you get Resurrection, and it really fucking shits the bed.
Well, I can only imagine like Aliens would have brought in a big new fan base, right? With it being that action pack, like it probably brought in a ton of like teenagers, young adults.
Yeah.
And then they go to see Alien 3 wanting like that to continue. Like, let's make it bigger numbers. And then you start off and you're like, this is so boring.
Well,
like,
they
that would be
took
such
out
a
the
shell shock.
S. You should have known what was coming.
True. But the 3, I actually, when I was trying to like look at it, I kept thinking I thought it went Aliens, and then it kept the S forevermore, but it drops the S. I like didn't even realize that. That's pretty clever.
Ooh,
that they did
is
it.
Alien? I didn't know this. Is Alien Resurrection or Aliens?
Alien.
Well, technically, there's 2.
Yeah, there's 2.
There is 2, but it is Alien Resurrection.
Is there 3 because he kills the one to get out, or is there only 2 because he kills the one?
Oh
to
no,
get out?
there is multiple.
There's 3,
Yeah, you're
right?
There's 3 in the thing. The one kills the
we
one.
Are jumping to Aliens 4 here.
Yeah.
Let's stay on
We're
it.
just-
Do we have
we're-
more Alien 3
So
to talk
Alien
about?
3?
Oh, tons.
If we're ready to go for it.
No, I think we can talk
no.
about Alien 3
Yeah,
still.
well, yeah, because I was gonna say, because like Sigourney, when she did it, the reason why she was getting sick of her character and why she liked Resurrection more, and this is the only thing I'm gonna say, is it's the same character over and over, and she wanted to play something different. So one of the things, again, this could be, I take this with a grain of salt, but I'm pretty sure I read this a while ago. That's why another reason why they wanted to kill off the character, because she was like done with it.
Yeah.
Mo asks, when are y'all talk about the missing edited out pubes? This is in relation to the first Alien movie.
Oh yes. The pubes.
Ripley would not pull up her underwear.
Yes.
So they actually had to go and physically draw out all of her pubes because she refused to pull up her underwear.
Is that actually true?
Yeah.
That's a true story.
And
Really,
they're
Ridley
actually
Scott
worn
tells.
in a very strange way that doesn't feel like natural.
doesn't
Like they're
look right.
He just kept telling her to pull them up, and she was like,
like,
no, this is how I'm going to wear them.
Free ball.
feminism.
Nailed it on that one.
3 minutes.
All right, Mo, we brought up your pubes. Do you have any other stupid things you want to bring up? We're talking Alien, and you're talking about the pubes.
We could also talk at the continuation of like the gray underwear. Like that makes. I think it goes through all
goes
4
through all-
films. I'm
yep.
pretty sure she's always.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was like a Hanes sponsorship, maybe, or something. Or Fruit of
Possibly.
the Loom.
Fruit of the Loom.
Feels
Yeah,
really like that, yeah.
Because it's like I think it's like the same set. I wonder if it was like a Walmart set. Dress up like Sigourney Weaver in the new Hanes collection.
It does feel like the same pair of underwear. In fact, where is she getting new underwear? So
Yeah,
probably
do they just
rocking
ship
the
them
same,
That man.
the same thing.
in space? No one can hear you scream or ship you underwear.
I don't think she's got an underwear scene in 4.
She might not.
No.
Yeah.
She's a clone, but it's not her really.
But that
But
was
it's not actually even Sigourney. Yeah.
That was like
I mean,
the late
Sigourney,
'90s style, like leather, like Blade was out. Do you know what I mean? So it's like that
Matrix
type of like
was coming.
exactly.
Everything
it
was
was
coming
like
leather.
everything was leather.
Yeah. Ugh.
It was also. Are we going to 4 now?
No,
Resurrection.
No, we're still not. We're not done 3.
We're going with 3 still.
So what did you guys actually think about the transformation of the xenomorph? From going from dog, ox, or from the human
Even
side?
though I don't like the alien from Alien 3, I like that it takes form of whatever it comes out of.
Yeah.
So I was okay with it. Although I do feel like it's very underwhelming for this to be the 3rd movie, and we're dealing with a smaller 4-legged kind of version.
Way more
of an
aggressive, though.
Alien.
It's
I
way
liked
more
how
aggressive.
aggressive it was. I
Yeah.
like how it was running on walls just coming to attack you.
Yeah.
As a kid, that's how I took the Alien. Because, again, this is the first one I saw. It was hard for me to watch the first one when it was being all sexy, floating in space, coming at you and stuff. I'm like,
that's
where's the
sexy tail.
running, like, scary
Yeah.
dog version of this alien? Because 1 just wants to fuck you.
Yeah.
That's all it does. That's all it wants to do.
Spit out some.
2 is like when you come home and your dog's happy to see you, but it just rips you apart instead. Or 3, sorry. Yeah, it's a completely different take, but I do respect that it follows the rules.
So they wasted about like $6 to $7 million just on screenplays and stuff and everything. And one of the things that they changed to it is it's actually the first one with CGI.
The alien CGI, yeah. It looks
For most of it.
Yeah.
Most of the
you can
scenes are
tell.
actually
Like,
CGI.
you can
That's
really
probably
tell.
what wrecked the whole
There was
thing.
there was 3 shots that I remember. I can't remember exactly which ones they were. like to list them off, but where it just looked so bad. There was one where like it was a nice long, like it was almost like a security camera shot, like they were looking at a security camera and it was just ran by.
Yeah.
And it looked like just superimposed, like an old video game kind of like.
Oh, I gotta show you guys.
Where it was like
keep talking, and I'm gonna try to find what the alien was. Not if you didn't have the alien as CGI, this is what it was. So keep going, and I'll show you guys what it could have been.
So like, because they continued that, and they didn't start to use any like practical props after that. I don't think
until like in alien movies.
In any alien movies.
Yeah, because I think in Resurrection it's CG. Right, especially the swimming aliens; those are CG.
Most of it. No, there was some props actually, because like the human alien.
Right, that was
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I feel like it took away from the movie. I don't know if that was a big part of it too, because it did rip you out because it was bad. Like,
yeah,
that was like,
but in, like
Deep Sea Blue or whatever that shark movie was bad.
I'm just gonna take a quick look at what year that came out.
All right, I'll see what other people said.
So,
here we go.
the alien was actually supposed to be a little doggy. And it looked so bad. Fisher was so pissed off about how it looked.
What is that?
But
Is
they,
that his,
they dressed
that's his
this
tail.
dog was literally yeah, that's a tail.
I was like, whoa.
It's scary.
This dog was literally wearing an alien helmet.
Yes, I've seen this. Yeah.
If we can get it. So, I mean,
Is it just me, or does that give you like Wyatt vibes in a weird way?
Oh, Wyatt could have did a way better job on this.
Wait, keep it going, because I want to see this.
Yeah, so this was, and Fisher, obviously, good on him for attempting the no CGI, but as you're going to see, how it looks is just way worse. Thank God they went with CGI.
It looks like the Alien Resurrection
instead of the
face.
dog.
Yeah, it's this documentary thing. This is how I learned that it was supposed to be dog, and this, like years later.
Really?
Yeah, I just always thought it was that, and then I remember,
like as a dog's trying to figure out what's going on. This would have
it's
been
just
like
treats.
animal abuse nowadays.
Yeah, he's like, I will do this for treats.
Nova growled at the screen.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get it running. It's pretty funny.
It's terrifying.
Well, we saw.
Looks so good. I don't know. I kind of love it.
Do you think? So you know they have like YouTube videos where you can do like videos for my dog, and it'll be like a calming thing with like maybe squirrels running by. Do you think like this scene is like horror to dogs? Like what scary is to like?
That would freak me out.
Right, like right now, any dog watching this is like just so
like
scared.
Nova's experiencing her alien film right now.
She's too young. Don't let her look. She's too young for scary movies.
I completely forgot about that. Yeah, that it was actually going to be a dog in a suit, and they probably just wanted the cheapest way of filming it. That's probably why they said it came out of a dog, because they were just like, we can get a dog to do it. We can't get a cow to do that.
No.
Could you imagine a cow is dressed as an alien?
It's so big,
coming at you, and like it's not fast, but it's like a tank.
Yeah,
so you can't do nothing about it.
Nothing's killing that.
You like stab it, but it's just bleeding acid everywhere, and it's milking acid whenever it wants.
You want that acid milk, boys? No, but it came out in '92, which at that time CG was like very shoddy at best. Like in a sense of like a CG being was really bad. Like they were good at like like there was CG editing that looked fine and it still carries through, but like an actual full being in CG looked really bad. Yeah. And then obviously the scenes like Jared showed the picture, like that's a practical puppet. There was some practical scenes. That alien looked great, but anything with like where it showed the whole body and it was CG.
But the one thing I think they really missed from Alien 3 is like really the atmosphere. Like they nailed it. It felt gritty. Even that unfortunate sexual assault scene like felt really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like there is a lot even
in 3?
Yeah,
even the 3's grittiness looks so good.
And the prisoners. I don't know anything about good acting, but like I felt like every character you're like they're untrustworthy. What's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Like there's not just the alien you gotta watch out. There's the human portion too, where it was just like
that's true.
Like, you don't know what to trust at this point.
Alien, the movie, the characters mean a lot, right? Like you kind of get attached to a number of the characters, and you like them or dislike them, and it's sad to see some of them die or whatever. In Aliens, they're mostly all meat puppets, except for Ripley and Newt. all the Marines, essentially you dislike them because they're just like foul-mouthed and like, no one can kill me.
You know, that's crazy.
Wait, what are you
I'm
talking
actually
about?
taking it the opposite way.
Yeah, what are you talking-
I actually
really?
feel like Aliens is where the characters come alive. They're all stars in their own rights. And I feel like Aliens where it's like you're all just a bunch of truckers.
So
That's what I mean. Aliens, it's like all fodder. So Alien, it's like characters you care about. Aliens, it's all just Marines. You're like, it's like a slash movie. Like
No, I'm
everyone's
saying
killing
the
them.
opposite.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I really feel they're all as like stars. Like I could
They're all
watch a
big
movie
actors.
on Bill Paxton. Well, I just felt like their characters really shine through. It's almost corny in a sense, and I almost
Yeah.
don't like it. But I found all their characters shine through. As in, like the first one, they tend to keep them more realistic. They're all
Yeah,
tame.
I agree.
They're all very the same, but not the same. The little hints shine through of each one. But 2, they're like all larger than life. Like
Yeah.
when one like is good with a knife, they're flipping their knife, and when one's like good at reloading, like she's showing it off or whatever. Like
There's so
they're
many,
just larger than life.
There's so many like good quotes. Like your wife said, like "Game over, man." Like Vasquez, like she was unreal. Hicks,
Yeah.
like all.
Can we talk about Vasquez? Can we get back to Vasquez at one point?
Yeah.
Let's do it right now.
Vasquez is also the Irish woman from Titanic. Did you guys
What?
know this?
What? She's Irish?
No. This woman is the best actress of all time. She is the greatest actress.
Wait, what is? I thought she was like Hispanic.
Yeah, she's that good. She's also the mom in Terminator 2. If now you're drawing a picture in your head.
Oh my
of
goodness,
who
she
she
Mom
is.
in Terminator 2, the mom.
But like Hicks, I loved Hicks.
Who's mom in Terminator 2? Why am I not thinking of it?
John's? No.
No, because that's
Yeah,
Sarah.
yeah. John's adopted parents.
Oh, the adopted mom.
Remember when she's like, "Go back inside" or something? He's like, I don't know what they said when they're on the dirt bike going to the arcade.
On the phone. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you felt that way because
at
Aliens
this.
has way more iconic characters.
They're not that. No, it's just like not so much like that they're iconic, but like what you were saying about how you like the side characters and how there was a lot to them. There was a lot of depth to them. I feel
Right.
that in Alien 3, and that harkens back to I feel more Alien 1. Whereas Aliens, they were just like meat. It was just like here are these characters that are just big mouths, and like you don't actually like as a kid you like them because you're like that guy has a cool gun and he says fun stuff. But watching as an adult, they're all corny, and you're like, I'm kind of excited for Bill Paxton to die because he's probably going to get an epic death, and he's been, quote unquote, annoying this whole movie with just like one-liners.
Yeah, see, no, I find that different because, like, remember I talked about at the beginning, most of the Marines get slaughtered
Yeah.
because it's like that hive mind bee mentality, and then the people who are left are they've got pretty well developed characters. Like, like the love interest is there. Actually, 2 love interests are there with Vasquez and Frost.
Yeah.
And Frost even has some like pretty cool lines, and he's a smaller role.
I
don't know.
would say Frost is the weakest of them all,
Yeah,
but
but
you're
you
right.
still remember
Giving him a
why.
love interest with Vasquez makes you remember him.
Exactly.
Right.
How
Yeah, I could
like
put-
Or when he dies with the flamethrower, like pushing
he was
it
the
in. And she's
blonde,
like, "No."
tall guy, right?
Yeah.
I was showing the audience, but I'll show you guys. This is Vasquez. She's the Irish woman from Titanic.
Wow, she's a lot
She's
lighter.
the mom from Terminator, and obviously
insane.
she's like the Mexican Hispanic from Aliens. She
That's crazy.
is amazing.
Oh, she's
Who can pull all this off?
Well,
Can you?
yes.
Give us your best Irish. You're
Oh,
on the, you're
no,
on the
I'm out.
Titanic.
Yeah.
You're in the basement. It's starting to flood. Sosh, where's your kids?
Where are my kids? That's all I got.
You know what I just realized? We're showing the Irish woman. We're not even showing us. We're just looking at each other acting, and no one can see
It's
that.
because her voice acting is so good
Yeah.
that they thought for a moment that they were watching her speak.
All right.
sounded like
Can
we
we go
all
on to
said
Get me
Resurrection then?
kids.
Yeah, we can do
That was really
Resurrection.
Yeah. And you know what? If we have time, let's jumble the rest of them in there.
Sure. Yeah.
As
Okay.
one big mashup.
Yeah, why not?
So Resurrection was the one I watched most recently. I had to watch it in a bunch of sections, so I
one
could
was-
only get like
this one
20
was
minutes
Okay,
at a time.
bullshit.
hold on.
guys,
If-
I
before
hate
you do
this.
that, name the movie, like what you think about the movie and the least amount of words. Like 1 or 2 words. What would you sum it up
It
as?
just feels like late 90s. All those movies sucked.
Late
French.
90s? French? That's
Yeah.
what you say. So if you're going to tell us
I'll
someone and they're
explain.
like-
I'll explain.
So if someone's like, "Oh, what do you think about Alien Resurrection?" You're going to say French?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, I guess that-
Resurrection.
Yeah, there is like a thing in my head of French cinema, and I absolutely hate it. It's very cartoony. Fifth Element,
Yeah.
stuff like that. This is made by a
love
French
Fifth
guy,
Element, though. Me
too.
and I can tell. Well, Fifth Element it works because it's comedic, and that's where the
Yes.
French belong. They don't belong touching my alien. I don't want this at
Okay.
all. And there's plenty of films that I can be like, that's French. The Substance. I was just watching it in the theater, and I'm like, this is French.
But Jared, people who are watching this don't have your film background.
That's okay. But when you say it to me, I'm saying
French?
like French cinema. So I wouldn't maybe say the word French, but I'm going to try to express it to something like garbage because it's French. it's French garbage.
If someone ever asks me about Resurrection, I'm going to be like, what do you think? French.
The French are just, they want to make everything comedic and everything like expressive, and they could sleep with underage kids, and it's horrible. I hate it all. It's just horrible. And I was watching The Substance, and I could just tell, I'm like, this is made by a French person, and I was right. So I knew
it is.
Yeah. And again, when I was watching Alien, after some years later, I'm like, this is French. Like this has got that Fifth Element feel to it, and it was.
Is it the same guy as Fifth Element? No,
I don't think it's him. No. That guy's. I'm gonna do this because we're live. He's a piece of shit. He left his like 15-year-old wife for Mila Jovovich. She was pregnant, his 15-year-old wife. And again, I'm getting back into the French. You're garbage. I've been watching The Fifth Element for 20 fucking years. No one told me this garbage. Someone should have told me this because he's a bunch of garbage.
I'm Canadian French, so it's okay. He doesn't like the France.
No, it's gotta be France.
Yeah. France?
Yeah. Okay. French Canadians. Denis Villeneuve. We're talking the best cinema of all time. French Canadian
I did not expect
the exact opposite thing in life.
Resurrection was going to be related to the French.
Like when you ask me, I say French and I back it up. I'm saying French garbage.
You're getting a little excited.
That's exactly why I hate it. It's garbage. You're French. You stay in your country.
Okay.
We'll be banned on France YouTube.
Yeah, we're getting banned in general.
I don't know how I would describe it.
France is it?
I watched it in sections. It was.
What do you mean sections?
I just couldn't sit through the one.
It's tough to sit through.
I think I did almost like the TV show, like 30-minute increments.
Yeah.
I think the version I was watching was like 2 hours and 15 minutes, so long, crummy movie. Just like whereas Aliens, it has the cheesy lines from like the Marines and stuff, and it does. And when you're watching it. But it kind of makes it laugh because they're so memorable, right? Like it's game over, man. Like it's overacting. Yeah. It's like warms your heart kind of thing. But in Alien Resurrection, it's like there's just nasty and bad.
One of the things not even likable characters of that version.
They're just saying
it's the crappy version,
shitty, and like it's just like.
But Resurrection has like this one weird thing. I don't know if you noticed this. Sigourney Weaver touches everything. She's just touching. She's just like all
and she
weird.
Smells.
And just like, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
Do you guys know the film City of Lost Children?
City of Lost Children.
Do you remember that film when we were younger? There was like that weird indie film.
No.
Well, he made that before that, and then crazy enough, after this, he made Amélie, which is a very big French film.
Yes.
So,
the Resurrection director?
Yeah, after that. So I apologize for him. He's made some good cinema.
He's backpedaling now.
But the French suck. Yeah. And who knows? This guy's probably done some sketchy stuff too. I bet I could find some stuff.
Yeah. I should have sent this to some of my people.
We could talk about the basketball scene.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about the basketball shot?
Yeah, absolutely. So she actually got a coach to coach her that in the off season. I almost said, but when she got cast for the movie, when she knew she was going to do the film and she knew this shot was going to be in there, she wanted to be able to do it practically. So she had a coach to coach her backward shot, and she could sink it 1 in 6 times. That was her average. So when the director was like, "We're going to shoot this shot," he explained to her that how they were going to do it, which was they were going to have someone over the net drop it in, right? So she would throw it in the air, but a second person would drop the ball in. So that's how you would cut the shot. But she's like, no, I can sink this. And he's like, okay, I'll give you just a few shots. We don't want to waste a lot of time. So she actually did try, and there's a rumor that she did it on the first, and that is not true. She did not sink it on the first shot. But it was a few times, and then he was like, okay, literally this is your last chance I'll give you. Then we're going to bring in the guy, and he's going to drop the ball in. And she nailed that shot. And then Ron Perlman's reaction is real. That's because he
thought he wrecked the take.
Yeah.
Because he gave oh my, and they gave him just enough time that they could cut that out.
And the set clapped and everything, everyone reacted to it, but it was all just enough that they could keep the shot without it being ruined.
Can I say something about Ronnie Boy? Stuff. I'm not a fan of his acting.
Not in that movie.
No, in all of his movies. Name a good one. He's played in a lot more crappier movies than good ones.
Yeah, I like him in Hellboy.
Okay, aside from Hellboy.
Drive.
Okay, aside from try.
I don't follow his career that well.
I don't know.
I just
Maybe
don't
all the movies like Blade, Sons of Anarchy.
If he stars, well, I mean, he stars in Hellboy, but if he stars in it as himself, it's really horrible. If you give him like an outside role, well, then Alien Resurrection he sucks too, though.
Oh, he's brutal.
Yeah,
But kind of everyone sucks in
he's
it.
hit or miss.
Yeah.
He can nail it if the role's right for him, or he's garbage when you try to put him in the spotlight for the wrong reason.
And the weird thing is, like, you'll go through little sections where they'll start, like, there was moments in the movie where I was like, I don't, like, it's okay, like, he's doing fine.
Yeah.
But then he would just do something that almost seemed like it was just like out of character, super rude, and I was just like, that sucked. And I was like, I'm just kind of looking forward to your eventual gruesome death, because that's obviously probably where this is leading to, kind of thing.
So, like, I know I'm pushing forward, but like the part where they jump the shark. What did you guys feel about the human alien?
So I really, really hate it.
Me too.
I think it's even done a lot better in Romulus, but it was wrecked because it was already done in Resurrection. So now it's a 2 for 2 of just hatred.
Yeah.
If you were gonna do it in Resurrection, it should have been done closer to Romulus, where it was like a baby that.
So why did it turn out? Why did it turn out like that?
Because they were giving her DNA to the alien.
I thought the Queen was trying to
They were
present.
they were sharing their DNA,
sharing
right? Like
the
her,
DNA.
because she has some alien DNA in her. That's why she can like smell them in you and can like psychically connect.
Can we get into that? The psychic crap? Because I just finished watching Jaws 4, and she has a psychic connection to the shark.
Yeah.
This movie is not that far off. They've created Ripley. She's a clone now, and she's got this like psychic connection to the aliens, where she also gets all kind of sexual, like Alien 1 style.
Yeah.
And I hate everything about it. As soon as you go into some kind of psychic stuff, Alien Earth, I'm looking at you. I absolutely hate that stuff. Any kind of connection like that. Garbage. French. Just garbage.
Yeah. And I think, like you were saying about how like they Sigourney Weaver, they ended her character as Ripley in Alien 3, like a send-off. It's like so painful to watch Resurrection and her character be so like she's not Ripley anymore, and you're constantly sitting there wanting her to be that as the viewer, because you're like, Ripley's so like she's such a badass character, and she makes good decisions, and she's not weird and sniffing people. And then, or touching everything, and then now she is, and you're like, what did they do with my great hero Ripley? And it just sucks. Like, it just ruins so much of the groundwork they laid. There's cool ideas. I think like the human hybrid is like the movies have all tried to just keep pushing the envelope, right? Like, where can we take Alien next? And I thought it was a cool idea to try, but it just around a movie that just kept like failing you. By the time it gets there, you're like,
it's such a popular franchise. For 3 full movies, you have this female protagonist, and you fucking ruin the whole thing.
Yeah.
But hold on, I got a weird question. Then, what's your favorite scene of the movie? Then
of Resurrection.
It has to be Resurrection.
That's a good question.
And this, I actually just watched the ending before I came. So I'm trying to remember specific scene.
I'm going to say the movie's such garbage that my favorite scene is you're not even going to guess, is the reveal of Winona Ryder being an android. Yeah. At least it surprised me.
Yeah.
And I really like her as an android.
It's fair.
I think she's fine. She
her
was
character was
trying
cool.
to help out. Yeah, it was a surprise to me. Winona's at her peak at that point. She looks great. She's in it. That's probably it. That's it.
I was gonna say mine is when the human alien and all that weird sexual tension stuff smashes the alien queen's face. Because it doesn't actually, it's not the scene itself. It's like, because everything's supposed to be a hive mind, why did this one have so different? And they didn't really explain it.
I thought because it took Ripley as the queen.
It's Ripley's its mom.
Yeah, Ripley's its queen.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right.
Never mind,
So,
that's stupid. Yeah,
and
right.
yeah, that's a good one. I like the call reveal. I think every scene with the guy that can't walk is my favorite scene. Because his lines are awesome. And
that guy's kind of fun, isn't
and
he?
like the whole like the sequence on the ladder, because the guy from CSI is in that movie, the guy with the dreads, and he's good in it.
Yeah,
he actually is. He's the shining light in Resurrection. Weirdly,
he's actually pretty good. I have to
and
admit.
do you guys know what happened to this guy? He got like addicted to meth and gambling. He's like, I think he's dead.
Who?
Oh
That
no,
guy, yeah, he became like he's really drug addict.
the guy that couldn't walk.
No,
or
the
CSI.
CSI.
Oh, poor guy.
Really? Yeah, you know what's funny? I guarantee the board game Nemesis stole that character and put him in the game, the scientist. We won't say what.
Oh yeah, the guy. Because I loved that. That character was fun.
Wheels.
Or, I mean,
I don't know if he's
how about the blatant now this came out.
anymore,
What year
but
did Resurrection
this is,
come out, Jer?
Oh,
97, I think, right?
yeah,
guy now.
it's somewhere later like that. I almost, it's got to be grade 7 or 8 for me, so that would have been like 96, 97. It was before 98.
The very Matrix sequence, or kind of like maybe kind of like The Rock on the ladder when the alien, and then he's like, get up. I forget what Ron's name is in the movie. I'm gonna call him Ronnie.
Whatever. Ronnie boy.
And he's like, get him, Ronnie, the guy, because he's like gonna fall, and then Ron like falls back and just starts shooting. But if you look at the even the scene they shot, there's no way he was hitting the alien, because you could see that his guns had to miss the guys that were back to back, like piggybacking, and the aliens like under them, and he's just shooting so many bullets, and then finally one pierces his head. And it just does a headshot, and then it just explodes.
Well, yeah. What was it? The explosion?
Well,
Did they mention that they were explosive tips?
I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
But do you know what? Speaking of the guy in the the little guy who's on the back, he was such a whiny bitch in that whole. Like even that scene when that's
You have to
happening
call
when
him
he's doing
little
this.
guy too. Oh, he was actually a little guy, wasn't he?
No, yeah, he was like a small guy.
Yeah, like a half. Because
I'm thinking he's just low because he's in a
hurt
wheelchair,
legs.
but he's not just in a wheelchair. He's
No,
a
but
little guy.
do you remember when he's shooting? He's like, I was like, what the
Jeez,
fuck
you
is
have to
going
imitate
on?
him. This is being recorded.
Get him, Ronnie.
Get him, Ronnie.
See if you could find. That was like. I wonder if the Matrix took inspiration from that, because that was a very. Oh,
you're
Matrix.
saying like what came out?
Yeah,
first.
okay. I was like, who influenced who there? Because it was a very. It
True.
felt very.
Find out the timeline.
I feel like if we rewatch this latter scene, we're not going to say it feels like a Matrix. It feels like a budget Matrix.
Oh, it's
version.
bad.
Yeah. Up the ladder. Let's see if I can.
Oh, so one of my friends, Dan Rob from Instagram, says Ron Perlman is not a good actor, but he performs his shit well. Okay, well then, D Rob, if you're still watching this, there's your 2 cents.
I get fact check here. I wonder, because one thing I noticed about I don't know if it's not an Alien one, because there aren't many guns, but starting in Aliens 2, they really explain their weaponry a lot in each of the movies. And there was a section, and I apologize, like I said, this movie can be a bit of a slog, and there's moments where I probably tuned out a little bit, but I feel like they did have a little gun explanation point. Because when all the mercs, there was a point where they showed all the mercs and they were doing their gun stuff just like they did in Aliens. And I'm pretty sure they explain. I wonder if he says their explosive tip. Probably does.
I think he does.
Yeah.
I think I do
'Cause they do
remember
make a
a
really-
gun talking scene with the
Actually,
because they're also talking about how they snuck in the guns.
Yeah.
So we get like the gun assembly from the wheelchair.
Thermos.
They've all hid their guns and they all explain what guns they have.
Yeah.
And it's
So some cool things about since we could probably talk about all that. I liked the idea of the fact that they were bringing in essentially innocent people to be face hugged,
right?
Because they were experimenting on it, and I like that whole they're so shady. The way they made the business super shady, I really like that.
But they kind of explained that in 2 too, because in 2 when they had the facehuggers in those little canisters and stuff, it showed that they were experimenting.
True.
Again, mind you, it was trying to get the stuff off.
In the
but it
end,
was
they were
experimenting.
you pretty much find out that Paul Reiser's character knew that there was aliens there, and essentially let them go and discover the spaceship, so that way they would find it, they would get infected, so that way they could get aliens on Earth. So you're right. There was that shadiness, and they very much alluded to it, but they actually show you it.
Speaking about actors, what happened to New? The character,
the actress.
That's
a good question.
Was
I'll look it up.
I don't think she's in much else. I checked her IMDb page, she just had more of a civilian picture. Okay. So I think she still probably goes to Comic-Cons and stuff like that too.
It doesn't look like she's done.
Was that just one and done? Cause she as a child actor, I felt like she did a good job.
Newt was good in that movie.
Yeah.
Her scream is incredibly jarring and annoying though.
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh, it's so bad.
Ripley. It's worse than the guy.
She hits a high pitched note.
The sound effects.
I think it almost gave my wife an aneurysm while we were. She asked if I could turn off the movie. It's this one scene where she's screaming and an alarm goes off because they're at the same pitch. They do a high string note on a keyboard in the soundtrack, and
she only has 2 credits, guys.
Yeah, Newt. That's it. Alien and Thunder Island.
Oh wow, is that her as an adult?
Yeah.
She looks like she's in a goth.
No.
That was
there. She is.
Oh wow, was not expecting that.
Were you swiping right?
I'm swiping left.
Fun fact I heard about Newt was when there's a scene where the character slides down a chute. So a little actress kept flubbing the scene. She'd say something stupid or whatever to blow the scene so she could keep doing it over and over again. And James Cameron was like, I kind of know what you're doing. So how about we get the scene and you can slide down it for the rest of the day. And so she
Really?
did. Yeah. So she did she got away with like 4 or 5 takes.
Yeah.
And he's like, I think I know what you're doing here. So you just do it right. And then you can slide on it all day.
Erica also says it's not awesome.
The scream. That was the comment on the screen.
I don't recall it being bad. I don't remember.
The high pitched. Oh,
He
it's
is
so bad.
right. If you rewatch it,
It's really high.
yeah.
Can we talk about that scene where she's in the water and
I love it when
alien
Alien-
comes
oh,
out?
that's the
one of
best.
the best looking
Yeah.
aliens right there on the spot.
yeah.
Its tail kind of moves around. It appears from the water. It looks huge. You don't really get it to look like that ever again.
Now,
it's always a drone and just out in the open. That's the one where it's just like a silhouette of
Scary.
something
I was gonna
evil.
say my favorite scene though is when they're coming out of the ceiling and they're like jumping over stuff and he's like, "Fuck you!
Yeah.
you want some?"
That's a good use.
That's-
We talked
I
about the
love that.
radar in Alien 1, and then in Aliens 2, they keep alluding.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a few where the first time the radar leads them to like mice, and then later on it's still another like false positive. But then there's the one where they're getting
Yeah, they're, like,
invaded,
looking up
and
and
it's
down.
like they're like 80 meters. 70 meters, 60 meters, and it's just like the door's not 60 meters away.
It's a great
And
scene.
That's,
It's,
I
it's,
like
a,
that.
it's
in
a
the room.
slightly different take on the first movie. I love when they do something, it's been done, but then you change it, and he's like, "That's over our heads. Like that's in the room. That's a great
Use of it.
version of that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're getting off track. Is there anything else on Alien Resurrection?
I hate it. I just
me too.
hate it. Garbage.
French. It's just French.
When's the last time you've watched it?
Oh, 22?
Yeah, a long time ago, and not 20.
Me,
That's
I-
22 years ago.
What?
Whenever it came out, that was the last time I
Yeah.
watched it.
I watched it a couple. I just, again, for me personally, Aliens, and Alien 3 are just the 3 that I watch because then after that, it just takes a dive. I would almost consider a lot of those movies as bad as Alien Resurrection, and actually some of them, I'd rather watch Alien Resurrection than some of it.
The newer ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. Actually, I think Resurrection is my dead last.
Yeah, I would probably
No,
rank
not
it my
mine.
dead last.
Not mine.
Maybe I don't like Covenant, but I think I would still watch Covenant over
I can like
Resurrection.
I can watch Alien over and over again. Essentially, pretty much never get bored of it.
Yep.
Aliens and Prometheus. I really like Prometheus.
See, I'm
Do you want to talk
totally-
about
and if that's a
Prometheus?
good segue,
We could talk about
yeah,
Prometheus.
I like it. Like I think it's well done, and it brings it back to.
So I'm not much different than how Sacha described Romulus. I love Prometheus, but there's these things that just like, why are you doing this to me? I want to love you, but then you do these dumb decisions. I'm sure we'll get to the dumb decisions.
Yeah.
But that it's hard for me to love this movie because I think it's looks great, feels great. I love the characters. The movie's a great sci-fi film. You just got these moments you're taking me out. And I'm like, come on, man. Like,
It does
you're so
it
close to a
heightens
great
the
film.
like the dumb scientist, but it's a running theme in all the movies. But this one, again, now coming from like a modern movie where you don't see that as much. Like now, writing has gotten better. People don't want the same old mistakes.
My
and
problem
dumb
is like
scientists.
if I was gonna sum it up, it's French for sure. It's
Well, it's made by Ridley Scott.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
bad. It's bad. So like, as a gatekeeper again, like it says it's Hadley's Hope. It's got the wrong numbers and everything. Even the
No, I think it confirms it's a different, which is stupid. It's dumb, but it confirms it's another planet
Right.
nearby.
yeah, it's just, and that's what I'm saying. It's just
Which I don't know why they didn't choose LV, whatever. Like, why didn't you pick that again?
Here's my thing,
But
too.
they don't.
Like,
No.
less is more. A lot of the problem with these movies are like people want another one and another one, and there has to be more explanation to all of these movies, where it just weakens the franchise so much. So if you go back to Alien Aliens, there's not much known about the creatures or everything, and that's what makes it amazing. Now it's like you got to have all this explanation. You get into Covenant, and like David's like I don't know what he's doing with.
But in a reality, could you can't just keep making the same alien, because obviously that's what they did with Romulus, and you kind of had a similar complaint that you're just doing it again.
No. My complaint about Romulus is the fact that it's the whole movie's throwbacks.
It's too much of a throwback.
And a lot of the things that they put in place, they totally changed the whole rules in that movie. So, for instance, like, do you remember the blue mist? in Aliens.
Yeah.
So when you step on it, it was supposed to be like a radar, so the alien eggs knew what was there and the aliens, and then they'd open and come out.
Yeah.
In Romulus, they're jumping all over and nothing's happening. All of a sudden now they're like in gravity and she's shooting and she knows how to like dodge all the acid perfectly. Like there's so many stupid things like that I'm just like, it started off amazing.
Yeah.
Or at least I like the feel of it.
Wasn't there something that used the blue mist again? Was it Earth? I remember the blue mist coming back. I'm like,
It was
what
in
happened
Romulus
to,
for
what
sure.
happened to that blue mist?
It was in Romulus, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's in Alien Earth. I'm trying to remember. There was a scene with eggs, and I feel like there was the blue mist, but I might be wrong.
Yeah,
It's at the end of.
I do. Maybe it was
the second
Romulus
episode
because it was something more modern. I'm like, where was this blue mist? Where did it go?
Yeah.
Like it was a thing. It had some feature in the first one, which was obviously to tell the alien eggs that something's here.
Yep.
Completely gone because the second one, I don't know if the mist is around. It's probably just regular mist.
No, it's there. It's when all the guys go in. There's the mist, and that's what triggers off that.
Yeah, there was no eggs in 3, so you didn't get to see it at all because it was not. It was already a hatched face hugger, right? Yeah.
So I don't know.
But yeah, Prometheus. Yeah, it's a good popcorn sci-fi movie. Like it's just it does the job. It's got some fun gore, very stupid scientists, lots of stupid decisions are made.
Do you want to talk about the space cobra?
Oh yeah,
The poor decisions with a space cobra.
Do you know what's
coming
funny?
at you?
That was actually one of them that I actually didn't mind.
The space cobra. Thinking a
mind.
space cobra is cute.
No, I didn't think it was cute. I thought that whole scene was stupid, how they did it, but I liked the idea that this
the
was
actual
like
the being.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was the beginning of it. Was it executed well? No, not even a fucking chance. Like look at
That
this
was
thing.
the guy who was supposed to know about like species
Exactly.
and stuff.
Oh.
Like the guy
Yeah.
who's supposed to be in charge of this could be deadly and stuff was like, what you
Yeah.
doing? Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. It was like anybody that because obviously the best they could hire is someone that knows a lot about stuff on Earth, right? And then therefore they probably know what could be out there. And any scientist would know, any new animal you
Especially,
should not be approaching as
I
if
don't
they're
even think
a kitty cat.
scientists-
Especially if it resembles something deadly on Earth.
Yeah, you're like, well, every snake does bite on Earth. This one probably doesn't.
Maybe not. Maybe this one's like a kitty.
Yeah, it definitely could be a kitty cat. There's as much a chance.
The decisions really take me out. I
Yeah.
really, really want to love this movie, and I do still like it. I enjoy watching it, but they wreck their own film.
So
Yeah.
see, me, it's David. David pulled me out because he's supposed
Yeah,
to be
David
like
can-
this.
David can bother me too.
It almost feels like he's supposed to be this anti-hero where you're supposed to love him but hate him at the same time. Like he's the new
He
villain.
kind of achieves that. I
Yeah,
do feel
I know. I'm not saying he doesn't achieve it, but I'm just saying it ruins the film for me because again, he's just opening up all of this lore that's not needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him. I like him in
It's not
in
needed.
first as the villain, but the main character that you get attached to for a lot of the movie because he has just as much screen time as the main actress.
Yeah.
And like his fall into his evil ways is like kind of fun to watch and like just what he does. And he's like obviously like a good actor and he just pulls it off really well.
Right.
But then I definitely dislike how he becomes like just so evil.
Yeah,
By the time you
I
get to
think
the
it should have
second
ended
one.
with Prometheus because by the time he gets into Covenant, it's stupid.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. He
It's so
becomes
dumb.
like arrogant and pompous by that film. Do you ever notice that?
By
at the-
Covenant,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
it's horrible.
No, but I mean his character David. Like it's like he's changing because like at the beginning he was a little bit more quiet, reserved, and then all of a sudden he's just becoming.
Yeah.
Well, the hints were there because he is a robot and he was trying to be human. He's watching Knight's Lawrence of Arabia. You see this like human aspect.
No, that's true.
So there's
Yeah.
something there, although he's not doing that in the first movie. Maybe that was always the hidden.
I mean, they're always playing, their idea is always playing with, like, if we were to make synthetic humans, how would it be? Obviously, we can't base it off anything because we haven't. So they've always been playing that with that in each of the aliens.
Okay.
And
So-
Prometheus's.
If we can, well, I think we can all agree all of them are kind of like the same similar movies. But my question to you is, if you wanted to make a new alien film,
Yep.
to do whatever, what would you do? What would be your take on the alien film?
I don't know enough about
a great
the
question.
comics and stuff to be
No,
to lore
not,
specific.
not about lore. I'm just saying, what would you pitch to be the next movie to really bring people back into the franchise?
I don't know if I have that, but I got more of an indie idea. What if you made a whole movie with just the facehugger trying to get you? Like
Like a first-person view?
I wouldn't. I know. What are you, French? No, more like a very indie horror of like you don't even know what a face hugger is, but you're I don't know, the janitor on a ship, and there's this face hugger after you, and it's done in like rooms, like very small sets where like there's talking to someone on a radio, but maybe one cast member, and it's just the face hugger, and then at the end, like you probably lose or somebody else gets the face hugger and then the alien. Like,
so it's
so
like
when you
more
think
of a-
you win, the xenomorph and it's over.
Oh, that's just okay. So actually, Joe makes a good point. Are we going to talk about the Alien versus Predator movies?
No.
Aliens overtaking France.
That would be awesome. They're all on the Eiffel Tower and shit.
Well, maybe we'll get there with Alien Earth.
I hate Alien versus Predator movies, so I don't consider them canon. Do you guys?
No.
I don't
They're
consider
their own
anything
separate
canon
universe.
except for Alien, and Aliens. That's it. The rest was just one dream.
Okay, I'll accept that. Yeah, that's
There
good.
actually was there was an idea of one of the early concepts that I guess like Neil Blomkamp was going to do. It wasn't going to be called Prometheus. We'll just call it that.
Yeah.
But there was a movie that was like going to be written by Ridley Scott, directed by Neil Blomkamp. That the idea was going to continue on as if Aliens 3 and 4, so Alien 3 and Resurrection, were just a dream in Ridley's mind.
It was
and
the
it was
new
gonna be
Alien 3. That's what he was making.
Yeah.
He was remaking, like, this comes after 2.
Kind of like what they did with they did that with Michael Myers, right?
Yeah, they started retconning, like, sequels, so they were going to do that with Alien.
Yeah.
But they were going to keep Aliens.
So Aliens would have been canon
So
and
Newt
everything.
was alive, Hicks was alive.
Right.
There is an Alien 3 script. I have the book of the original script where Hicks and Newt are in it a lot.
Oh, cool.
I haven't finished reading it, but it's a
Which would be pretty
completely-
cool.
Yeah. I think it was what Fincher picked up and then didn't get to make.
So Joe wants to know again, why do they need to hyper sleep in underwear?
Yeah, she asks this question a lot, and I don't have an answer, but she doesn't stop bothering me about the why are they sleeping in underwear? I'd say comfort.
And why is it all white?
Because I don't think like nude would be weird because they obviously get up
Nude.
because then they have to get out of their thing and like they're in the middle of a room where they probably won't have like robes or anything or some creepy like cyborg android, but also to sleep fully clothed.
Fully clothed weird too, yeah.
Yeah.
You would think for a hypersexual franchise, like underlying, you'd think it would be okay.
Or they could do like the Mia Jovovich from The Fifth Element, where it's just like straps.
Straps. Yeah, the French. She's probably like 16 in that movie.
Yeah.
Just put some straps on her for now.
Now, yeah, because the hypersleep, is it like? I might be getting is it instant?
So we got to see some new
when they go
hypersleep
in
stuff
it?
in Earth where I questioned why the alien on the face was moving in hypersleep in Earth. And because they kind of do like auto freeze, but they're not frozen. It just like shuts down, I guess, their metabolism. And it didn't affect the alien. Do you remember that?
Yes.
So the alien can move in hypersleep.
See,
It
I
does not-
did I've only seen the first half an hour.
so it's not a frozen situation because you
No.
can't just
Freeze.
unfreeze something. It must be like a metabolism kind of thing.
I think they lower the temperature, and they actually in the show they explain that they thought that was a possibility that they could slow down the gestation and get them back to Earth, but they found out that it didn't.
Breaks
And
out. And it was good because I questioned it. I'm like, that shouldn't be moving in there, and then they answered it.
because that was a big question that came out of like Aliens and Aliens 3 because she was infected, right? Ripley was, and the thought was, could hypersleep have saved her? And that in the show they essentially answer that no, it wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Because in Aliens, because I think in all cuts of Aliens 3, chestburster comes out of Ripley as she's falling into the pit, right?
Yes. And she grabs onto it.
Yeah, and makes it fall down with her. Yeah, and she's infected essentially the whole time then, right? Because she would have been face hugged in hypersleep.
No. Wait.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, actually, you're right. But
You know,
that's the
you
dead
don't
one
really
you see?
think about it, but yeah. The
But
dead
where
one,
did
yeah.
she think it was going to be going anyways? Like, she's going into lava.
True.
Like, when she's going to shoot.
Well, I mean, they are pretty crafty, and when it launched out of her, it like went flying, like the first one, because it popped out and then it jumped, right?
Can we talk about the connections between lava factories? Alien 3 has a lava factory.
Yeah.
And Terminator 2 has a lava factory. The former director.
Yeah,
What
90s loves lava.
Who loves the lava factories? Why?
Well, I think of some-
and who's making lava?
Like I think of
all the time.
childhood like
just
fears. Like we were all very scared of a few things because we were taught this. Like stop, drop, and roll was big. We all thought at some point in our life we were going to be set on fire, right? I haven't yet. I hope not to, but like that was such a quicksand, big fear for all of us. Like
Huge
I remember learning about how to like deal with quicksand, and I'm like,
We all knew it was coming at some
I
point
was
in our
so
life.
worried. I thought like quicksand just existed in people's yards. I mean, I can't go there. That's a sandy spot. That could be
That's true.
quicksand.
I still think it is.
And lava, obviously, like volcanoes, lava. Like there was a lot of volcano movies in the
We were all
90s.
taught to get down, and lava will just pass over you if you get down far enough. You guys weren't taught that?
That's what's
That was
instant
South
death.
Park.
I thought if we get down low enough, the lava will pass over your
No,
head.
did
It'll
you
burn
learn that from South Park? Because that's what
I
they
will
did.
learn whatever TV shows me.
Oh wow.
Okay.
How
There's
did he
no
make
way.
it? How did
Yeah,
he
if
make
you
it
get
this far
low
in life?
enough on the ground, the lava should
No,
go
you need,
right over
you
your
need
head.
the old lady from Dante's Peak to carry you through the water and your legs turn into bones.
I don't remember that movie, but is there an old lady who just sacrifices herself?
Yeah. It's like a sulfuric. It's like before the lava comes, and like the water's like really hard, like it's the sulfuric water, and she's carrying, I think, the kid.
I think I remember
And then
this.
she gets out, and her legs are just like
For
bones.
some reason, I chose to only watch Volcano instead of Dante's Peak.
Dante's Peak is
I
way
think that
better.
was a poor choice. I
Yeah,
probably
Dante's
should
Peak, that was
have.
a very
I
poor
stuck with Volcano, the action version.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's not. It's no Dante's Peak.
It's not Dante's Peak.
That's for next podcast where we'll compare Dante's Peak.
Are we done with Prometheus, or we got a lot more to talk about? Oh, favorite scene for Prometheus, because I got one.
The credit.
Wow. Come on, it's not that bad.
Actually, my favorite scene was there's two. One when the ship is chasing after the girl and crushes her.
And it's
Just 'cause
rolling.
so
Such a
stupid.
stupid choice.
Exactly, because it's dumb. The whole movie's dumb. Or the facehugger when it's like Shumagorath and it just like grabs onto him and like.
How about you?
I think like when he's like the zombie, when like he's infected. And he's like really gross looking, and
I
they have to
hate
set
the
him on fire.
zombie. I hate it.
Yeah.
And that was there's a whole version of the CG version that they had to choose between. Do they want to do the practical or they want the CG? The CG version is done and it's on the internet and it's in some copies.
Oh yeah,
But there's a whole version of it being a CG monster.
I think I like the I think I've only seen the I think it's just,
Ridley chose the practical. He thought
looks
it
good.
suited it better.
Yeah.
For me, it's the surgery scene. Guys, that's a wicked
oh
scene.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
never
the self surgery.
mind.
Guys, that is a
actually pretty
very.
good.
She has to go to a specific room because the rich have like the surgery.
Yeah.
She gets in. She has to do self surgery. What is it, a C-section on herself to pull a squid. That's hands down.
That is
the
good.
best part
good
of
point.
this
And
movie.
then the squid like sits there, and she has to like
Great
crawl
stuff.
underneath it.
And
Yeah.
then that squid is just giant.
And at the end.
Yeah, just
what I'm talking
because that's what happened in her. It was growing inside her at a rapid rate. Well, why wouldn't it keep growing? when
growing,
it's not
right?
inside her.
Exactly.
But that surgery scene looks good. It fits the aesthetic of the first Alien. It's all white. So we're in like the mother
Clinical,
kind of
yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Just awesome idea. I think that's what saves the film.
Yeah,
The surgery scene.
that's a good scene.
Are we done with Prometheus?
Oh yeah.
Did you get know what I've thought? What I didn't like, just coming back to Resurrection, is that they called the ship Father. It's
They
called
did?
Father. Yeah,
Not
Stupid.
feminism.
yeah. But it's always not like why? Like why are they? Yeah, it's 1990s. Now we're gonna call it Father. But it's like it doesn't make any sense. Like because it's not like mother in the sense of it's because it's spelled just like that's what it spells because it's like MO.
I would
THR.
the point of Prometheus and Covenant is a religious aspect, so maybe Father as in a priest.
No, Father's in Resurrection.
Resurrection.
Oh, well then
Yeah.
that doesn't fit at all.
Not at all. I know.
What do they call it in Prometheus? Do you know?
Do they call it anything?
I don't think
No.
they have a system like that. It's
definitely not
it's
like
probably
Mother.
early in
Because it's
the Earth
Prometheus
timeline.
would be way before they're not cool enough to come up with Mother yet.
They're like a few hundred years earlier, right?
It's all about like religion and meeting your maker and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Covenant.
I honestly
I don't
even
like
want
it.
To, yeah, I'm not.
It
even
has
gonna talk about
moments.
It has moments, but I hate
it's-
it. I hate it.
Only cool scene is when the alien tail whips that guy's face off.
The aliens for CG look pretty good in
The
that
end.
one.
That's
The
it.
aliens look pretty good.
They look very
they've got
vicious.
They've got a different look. They're mean mugging it. They're four-legged, but I do really like it.
They
Danny
look
McBride.
awesome.
He does all right.
Yeah, he's a
I know,
shining
but
light.
he does
for
pretty good.
That's like his first
I
serious
can't
role,
take him-
kind of.
But that's my point. You can't take.
Yeah,
him
but he's still
serious.
comedic. Like he's the comedic relief.
Right.
But he's not as funny. I almost wish he was a little bit funnier because the movie, like,
Yeah.
it's a pretty. It's not a very funny movie. It's like pretty like not that it needs to be in any way, but like you could tell they were kind of going for that aliens. Like they were doing the idea where it's like now this is going to be more army and whatever.
I honestly, I
though
just
they
really
were
have nothing to add because there wasn't really much to it.
Yeah.
It was just the same repeated thing over and over.
I like the fight on the
There's
like the
actually-
ship when they're like just above the planet and she's like out on the harness and like I think
right.
is she fighting one maybe two no one alien. That was a cool fight sequence for like man versus alien. That one was done pretty well because they were both at a disadvantage. It was a good way to do a fight because you can't have like proper fit. Like each time the human has to have some sort of unique scenario.
Yeah,
right?
no.
Ripley had like the exoskeleton and has unique things that's how she can just edge out the alien.
Right.
And I like this because they were on this like crazy moving ship that they were both at a disadvantage and they had to like use human ingenuity working together to take out the alien. I thought that was pretty cool.
What are you putting?
I got two things actually to talk about: Prometheus and Covenant.
Okay.
And I really forgot about these. They were cool advertising in both these films. In Prometheus, why choose Guy Pearce as an old man? It's because in the like not trailers, but the promotion to it, they actually used him as a TED Talks years before Prometheus.
Oh right, yeah.
And that was the whole point of why they used a younger actor. They wanted to show Wayland years before his plan to start Prometheus. And so they had these little like gimmicks. They had like 4 or 5 little different things for Prometheus. Not all TED Talks, but different aspects.
It was a big advertising.
The TED Talks one always stuck with me because I thought this was so cool. I saw this before Prometheus, so I knew exactly why they picked Guy Pearce when the time came. And then even cooler in this crappy film was not even having James Franco in your movie and killing him in the advertisement. Oh, I thought this was going to be a video, but I don't know if you guys seen it. They show the James Franco fire when he's in hypersleep in an ad before, a little kind of preview. Like here's like a 5-minute preview of Covenant, and it's not in the film. It's
right, because you don't see him die. You just
and he. I think they show the fire actually in the movie.
Yes,
but they show like Christmas with James Franco and stuff. They show a whole scene, an intro that was
because you actually never see his character. Right,
yeah,
like,
they just show him on fire.
Yeah,
but all that leads to the fire takes place in a little advertisement before. It's like Christmas Day on the ship.
Okay, that makes sense.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
there was big
had very
advertising.
cool things that they just didn't add to the movie.
Did Ridley
you had to do
Scott
some research.
do the second one too?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got pushed into thinking people didn't want to see the xenomorph, and then when they did want to see it, that's why he did Covenant.
That makes sense.
He just came back with it, but he said he would never go back to it, and then he instantly did it as soon as he got a little pressure.
Yeah. Money.
And I'm not okay with it. Covenant is a lot worse than Prometheus.
Without a doubt.
And that's what I remember watching Prometheus in theaters, and like just like again, good popcorn fun. Then like going back and watching all the Alien movies and being like, yeah, like they didn't really capture all of it. Then Covenant came out, and then it really made me like Prometheus because I'm like, let me take it back to when it was still good. And I think that's kind of like a lot of movies are that way. Like you like Alien 3 or I don't know if Resurrection will ever get there, but you like don't like them, and then time keeps happening, and new movies keep trying to do better, and they do worse. Yeah. And then you can go back to the old movie and be like, maybe it wasn't so bad. Like maybe they were onto something.
Yeah. Watching Romulus made me realize 3 is not as bad as people are saying. Like, give it a break. It's still a much better film than all these other things that they're making. Saying Romulus, should we go on to Romulus? I know we talked a little bit in the beginning.
I've only ever seen it once.
I've just realized what I think about Romulus, why Romulus is the way it is, and why they've done little throwbacks. We're in an age now where we're trying to do reboots while still being in the universe, starting with Star Wars, The Force Awakens. And we do it all the time now. There's a name for it, but it's like a reboot.
A requel.
Yeah, to start you off fresh, but also be canon in the universe. I guess, I don't know what kid is not knowing what the alien is or seeing idea of the chest-bursting alien, but I guess Romulus was probably that. And they're giving those lines that worked in the previous films. It's just stupid for the fans.
Yeah. The lines hurt the most. Like the rehashed lines hurt the most. Like I think cutting that, it seems weird, but like would really help that movie out a lot. I'd love to see like a fan edit. I think if you just remove that, like it would bring the movie to a little better.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned a few, and unfortunately those were like pretty critical scenes that didn't work for you. Like you were saying, like the dive through the acid, like. That was a really cool scene, but you're right. She is not a trained military person.
She's a child.
You would need like the android doing that. Someone that's like superhuman, right? Like the android should have been doing that, not her. Because the androids should be like up here, as far as like skill.
But the most character development, I believe, is that android. And and my problem is, I do like that it was like, okay, it's trying to figure out what it is, you know what I mean, by whatever reason. But the problem is, again, it's another hyper point about Android, and it takes it away from the alien.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm not into it.
And all the alien continuations, maybe even kind of starting with not with Resurrection, because Call's not that big, but it's become more like they should call the movies Android, because aliens are just they're just kind of around, like they're just a beast that just kind of messes with your story, and really the story is all about the android.
But to add to the point of Jay, it's true, the aliens are getting dumber and dumber as the movies go on.
Yeah, so it's easier to kill.
They're not looking like the weapon that we were promised.
Exactly.
And now what makes you wonder is what makes them the perfect organism, not so much that they're like the greatest war machine that like Whale and Yutani want, but more that they're the perfect organism because they can survive everything.
Right.
Like, because they seemingly get wiped out, but they always can just make it. Like a bacteria would be that, right? Where you can't quite get rid of it.
Can't wipe it out.
So it's a perfect organism. Not that it's the best fighter. That's what, obviously, like the Earth, people want it for that reason, but really it's the perfect organism because you can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Like it just always lives on.
I did think about it that way, but that's almost worse. Like that's something maybe you don't want around ever.
Because it's more of a disease. If you think about it that way, it's more of a
virus.
Yeah.
You know, it's not dying. It just sticks around forever. It's uncontrollable.
It's the physical ramification of COVID.
The other thing I don't like about the movie is because like in the canon they made it as a hive mind, right? Like we talked about with like the bees and stuff like that. That's how they're supposed to colonize immediately and be able to take over everything, like you say, just like a virus. That was never followed through in all the other films. So even if you go to Romulus and there's like how many at the end just getting nuked in the sky, there should have been a queen. And they didn't do that.
There wasn't a queen?
I don't know. Was there a queen?
Because the hybrid in Romulus.
Well, they didn't need a queen. Didn't they already have the egg? Didn't they steal the eggs?
But my point being is, what I'm saying is, it was the same thing in the second one. It's like they all got infected. There was aliens, and they make the queen, right? That's how. Well, they don't tell you how they make the queen, but
one is just made because that's the.
Correct.
Like how insects would be, one just becomes the queen. 2 is the same thing.
3, 4, the rest is just nothing. And they go back to the roots of just a few. And then all of a sudden there's like a bunch again. And then they totally miss the mark again. So like, that's why I'm saying, again, mind you, I may be looking at the film a little bit deeper in the lore and stuff of how it is. But I just can't get over the 20 fucking facehuggers running and they can't catch one guy and they're all like slipping around like on ice skates, like missing. And you're like, you had one and could wipe out a whole thing.
Right. Yeah.
I just can't get over it.
I wonder if they just, they don't work as well in numbers. Seemingly they are less effective in a larger group and are way more effective one-on-one. And I wonder if there's like animals that are like that.
I do have this theory too, and I think it might be right because they are a hive mind. I do think possibly they can just throw each other at these things because they're a hive mind. When you've got one, you don't have that hive. You know you're not expendable. When you're in a group of 20, you might be all 20. So you don't care about losing your limb in an idea.
Right,
Throwing one at them. So when they've got the hive mind, safety in numbers. They don't care.
The other thing that's the big thing about the franchise that gets away from it is literally Geiger's vision. Now, mind you, I understand they took a lot from Geiger and stuff like that, but they really... The art, the sets, everything was built off of him. And then he passed, though.
He died
I don't know when he passed.
Just after Prometheus.
Was it Prometheus? Yeah. Right, but prior to that, even, they stopped using his vision. And that's when you started really to see the cracks.
And I think that's why when you're watching like the scenes in Alien Earth or Romulus, where they really nail the aesthetic, and that's when it feels good again. And that's those sets feel like they're harkening back to Alien. And it looks good, it feels good, and you're like...
Romulus does have a good set. I really do.
And he, like, they studied those sets. Now, did they study them like they were studying Geiger or just studying the first movie? But they did a good, like, attempt. And again, in that Alien Earth, I think they do an almost even a better job, because that's supposed to be at the same sort of time.
They do a good job, but the filming is too clean. Like, the digital and the alien's not wet. You got to see Earth, man. It's just all
the alien doesn't look that great.
And I'm like, this is where's the grime?
Where's the KY jelly?
The jelly needs to come out.
Give me that sexual jelly. I need that
But
sexual
remember
energy.
how wet the
You can't
first
put sex
movie
on
was?
Disney Plus.
It
What
was
are you
just
talking about?
soaking wet everywhere. There was always water and just like grime
Yeah.
everywhere. And 3 does a good job of it.
Even
but,
Resurrection is very wet.
But Earth looks a lot more like Aliens. It was just a little too clean at some moments. It just looks like a set. The other ones look like a nightmare fuel. Like,
Yeah.
3 doesn't look like a set. It looks like you're there.
Yeah.
And 1 is a claustrophobic like you're there. It's not big like a set. It doesn't feel like a set, but it's like nice claustrophobic. 2 feels like a set, especially in the more digital age, like watching on 4K.
Yeah.
I'm getting more of that set feel.
Yeah, like when you like there's shots of like the planet look really like they almost look like 1950s sets of like this is an alien planet.
Yeah. And 2's bad for using models. James Cameron's bad for using little models.
Yeah.
Whenever he's got like a car driving or something, I'm like,
It looks the way it bounces. Like, it looks like it weighs nothing.
He's just always using like a little toy car for everything.
I agree.
I noticed there was a specific scene in 2 where the ATV was moving and it didn't look like a car. Like it had no weight. It looked like it was just floating on top of paper. And that was supposed to be
They
driving
make no
on
effort into showing weight on these things. It's just like,
But again, at the time though, it
Oh no, I
was
get it.
unreal.
No.
and grimy VHS and stuff. You're not going to see any of that, but in the digital world, things are getting rougher. I'm thinking 1's looking a lot better than
1
everything
holds
else.
up very well. Other than like I said, they kind of bring up the brightness a little too much, and you can see the alien a lot more, which for me kind of wrecks it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it still looks really good considering it's 1979. Like that's a proper old movie.
See, the other thing that holds up, I forgot to bring up this point about Alien. The actor, I know he passed, and I know then like he couldn't redo.
Oh,
role.
the actor who played the alien.
Who played the alien. He did such a good job of like contorting it and moving it and stuff like that, and that is not the same in all the other movies.
Yeah, he was doing the sexy moves.
Exactly.
You gotta get back to the
Doing the
sexy.
sexy float.
He's
You
doing the
guys
sexy
remember the
float
float one?
Yeah.
Where he's just doing like a float?
Yeah.
They don't do that ever again. And then funny enough, one of the more recent episodes of Alien Earth, he starts doing a float. down the hall.
Shit.
Do you remember that?
No, I haven't seen the newest episode. So
I think it's
How many
I think it's the
episodes are
5th episode. He's chasing the
There's
girl.
5 episodes out already.
There's like 6, yeah.
Oh, I only have the first 2 downloaded.
There's another one tomorrow.
No, that's good because I want to like binge it when I.
Does
Yeah.
the float down the hall, and then after that, we're just gonna get all running on walls. Very
Yeah.
different
Yes.
feel, or dogs in suits.
Yeah.
just not the same
Cats,
thing as that
oxes,
sexy
the whole 9
float.
yards.
But this alien,
Maybe
we don't.
Joe.
Oh no, is the alien an alien? It was birthed from a human, right? So, Jared? Yeah.
Which one?
The alien that we're seeing in Alien Earth, it's birthed from a human chest, right? Because
Yes.
that's the chestburster from that bursted through the.
Yeah, it comes from a human, right? It came from her like lover that she wasn't supposed
Yes.
to have. Yeah, and he was in the facehugger was in the cryo sleep.
Yeah, and then it
it's
bursted
that
out, and it's out of the thing, and then
Yeah.
it's evolving into the alien.
Cool thing about Alien Earth is I haven't seen this before in any. They are kind of aware of the xenomorph, and they're like, "We got a xenomorph loose," and like one guy like knows about it, and she's like, "Is it bad?" He's like, "Oh, it's pretty bad." It's like, and that's a cool aspect to like know the creature. They're not surprised by it. They're literally trying to bring these things back to Weyland-Yutani. So the one guy does know what species is out and like what's what, and he's like, "Oh, xenomorph, like that's a bad one." Like. We should stay like in
that's
ships.
cool.
yeah.
The one thing you can't take away from the Alien franchise, it has so many spin-offs, so many different things. It's made generation after generation. Little kids even know what Alien is nowadays.
Yeah.
Like even movies like Life. Have you ever seen Life?
Yeah.
Oh,
love
the,
Life.
And
Yeah.
Life is
Love
fantastic.
it.
And it's clearly a ripoff.
Yeah.
But it's done so well.
See,
There's
could you
so many
imagine
different-
Life, but it's a facehugger?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that
There
kind
you
of
go.
movie?
Yeah, that
and we
would
don't
be
get
perfect.
a xenomorph till like
Oh,
way
and at
late.
the end, like literally, then it gets them.
That'd be a cool way to, like,
opens it up.
Yeah.
And we don't get a xenomorph till like the last 10, 15 minutes, but it's like just facehugger terrorizing these real astronauts.
Or you literally end it like how scary movies always had the like your Jason movies that Jason would come out at the end like, oh, he's not dead. The end of the movie is it bursts out.
Yeah.
It's just-
Like, and you're
Because
like,
that movie has a great twist ending too, Life. It was
Should we ruin it?
spoiler
I've seen
alert
it.
if you haven't seen the movie Life. Just plug your ears for 5 seconds. You think it's
Whatever that actor's name is. He's a very popular
the
actor.
one who has the alien in his ship was supposed to get shot into space. He's the one that gets shot to Earth.
Yeah.
And he accidentally brings the alien to Earth. And the good girl who doesn't have the alien gets shot into space instead.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So that was the
the
twist. So
twist.
could you imagine the twist is the xenomorph was in
Yeah.
the ship getting like shot to Earth, or just happens to be in the ship of the character.
right. That'd been a cool
not
way
the one that
to
gets shot
do
out.
because like obviously like, the big selling point to Alien Earth is this is our first time having an alien on Earth, right? Like that's a big deal because everyone's always been like, what would that be like? That'd be a cool way to. That's not how they do it in the show, but that'd have been a cool way to have done it if they did it like in the movie universe.
Joe, are you saying Life the movie is awesome, or just life in general is awesome? I'm just so confused. I can't tell.
Life is awesome.
She has a
Right, guys?
husband doing a podcast in an attic, so
Just
that's questionable.
She's sitting downstairs, just
glistening
sewing, and she's like, "Life is awesome right now."
She's,
She's just like
I would
crocheting.
decide to comment that randomly, nothing to do with what they're
and she's
talking
also
about.
like, I love France.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't talk shit about France.
Well, that
so
wasn't
much
gonna go
when
into
her family
detail.
lives in France.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
I'm gonna dox them right now.
Oh, she goes bald.
Did we cover it all? How do you
think-
guys feel? Did we handle it? We got to like an hour and a half,
Yeah,
over
right.
an hour and a half of Alien, almost all of them.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good. The only one we didn't really talk about is Covenant, and I really don't want to
Don't
be
need
honest.
to.
Yeah.
It's a poor man's version of Romulus, Prometheus. It's just the nothing version.
Okay, so
Right.
if we were to say, let's say top three.
Oh, we have to rank.
let's rank.
Wait, can we top three?
No, worst to best is how you had it written in the script.
Are we doing the four? Or are we doing everything?
What do you think?
It's a lot to do everything.
Let's do
I
four.
couldn't even think.
The first four?
The first four.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
From worst to best.
Let's give it points though. Let's give it points.
Okay.
So it's 4 points for first place, 3 points for second, 2 points for. I'll handle the points. So give me a sec. We'll get it set up, and then we'll discover. We'll add it all together and find out who's the winner of the Alien.
Mine's pretty simple. I already know my order.
I'm gonna have a sip of water.
Alien 3 and Alien R. Okay, Curt, what are we ranking it? What's your number 4?
So I think my easiest worst will be Alien Resurrection.
Okay.
I think mine's pretty simple too, because I feel like it'd be really hard for me, even though on rewatch I really liked Alien 3 for the first time out of all the times I've watched it. This most recent, which was a couple days ago, I was like, I really liked it, but I just can't find myself rating it higher than the other two. As much as I would want to put that in shock factor, I will do 3 at 3.
Alien
And then
or Aliens? Which
I
one's
think I'll just
gonna
keep
win?
it. That's not dragging. I'm gonna go in reverse order. So it's Aliens as 2, and Alien as 1. So literal revert like order of. I don't think I can go controversial on this one. I think just that's the way. it is
Sash,
for me.
what's your least favorite?
So I'm actually just gonna do it in that I'm from best to worst. Are you cool with that?
Best to worst? Okay.
Okay, so it's easy. Aliens the best.
Aliens the best.
Aliens is second place.
Yeah.
Alien 3 is third.
Yeah.
Alien Resurrection is the worst.
Guys, this went nowhere. We all agree on this. The films progressively get worse. That's all we came up with.
That's literally what's yours? Is yours the same
It's
way?
the same thing.
Oh, well then Alien wins. We're peaking.
Okay, so Alien won with 16 points, and then down and down and down.
Yeah, as I was rewatching, I was kind of hoping maybe I could go like Aliens was better than Alien, but this time rewatching it, I was like, actually,
I'm
with the silly
shocked it's
dialogue-
3 of us. You know we're true Alien fans when we said Alien won. Like,
100%.
like you know how many people are gonna say Aliens?
Yeah.
If we put this on the internet, it's gonna be Aliens beats Alien, probably 2-1.
Audience are the real winners tonight. What a treat. Mo goes, good job. And I don't really give a shit after that. And then Fran says something. And
Eddie Murphy
retracted
and
their
Martin Lawrence'
statements.
life is also good.
How about we rate the prequels? Maybe that might be a little more interesting.
Okay. Now, do you want to just do the literal 2 prequels, or do you want to like
3.
factor in Romulus?
Yeah, you put Romulus.
Romulus in there too?
Because I guess it's a prequel in its own.
Joe, should we put the Alien versus Predator movies in there as well?
Oh, I can't even do it. I don't even remember anything about 2. It sucks.
I know
hate
2
it.
is
Requiem?
absolute horseshit. You can't see anything
All
in
right,
that
so
movie.
if we're gonna go for the last 3,
Okay, so
You go
3
first.
points for your number 1, 2 points for
no,
number
he
1
goes
point.
first because
Oh,
we'll do
reverse.
order.
Yeah, so
Jared,
I'm going
lead
to
us
give
off.
Prometheus 3 points. I think Prometheus is different. And it was really tough picking that over Romulus. I do think Romulus is a much better Alien film, but Prometheus wins for me by being unique, and Romulus is not unique. Plus, Romulus hurts itself. But being said that, Romulus is too good to not give second place. And then in last place is Covenant.
Sasha.
Okay, so that's easy. This is an easy one. So Prometheus is first, clearly.
We're doing this again? Are we going down the same path?
No. Wait, what was your second?
Yeah, it's Romulus.
Your second
and you
one's
hate Covenant. And Curt?
Never mind. I didn't really pay attention to that.
I will put Alien Covenant in last. I will put Prometheus second, and I will put Romulus number 1. I felt a lot.
Is that the same way?
No, you
Curt
guys
switched it just a bit, so we get 6 points for Prometheus and only 7 points for Romulus. Very, very close. It got really close. Curt almost broke it up there, but
no, 7 has more points, right? Romulus 7.
I meant 8 for Prometheus. What did I
sorry.
say? Did I
You
say
said 6. Yeah.
Sorry, 8 points for Prometheus.
But the only,
7
I
for
just want
Romulus.
to say why Romulus gets second and not last is because it at least had my attention.
Right. Yeah,
As
it's
just
a
film.
well-made film.
But like
It's
Covenant's
hurting
just-
the alien. Like, come on, be your own alien film.
Covenant's just trying to like fill in gaps, and it's just like.
And don't call it Romulus because you're trying to fit in with Prometheus, and you're something else.
Yeah,
that's why be that something else. Be that grimy alien. Give it some other name. Like
It is
something.
Alien Romulus, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Romulus, and it's fitting in with that
Alien Romulus,
Is
right?
it Alien or Aliens Romulus?
Alien.
I think, which doesn't make sense because it's a lot
There
of
we go.
aliens.
There's another one.
It's
And
not
is it
making much
Alien
sense.
Resurrection or is it Aliens
I
Resurrection?
think it's Alien Resurrection.
all
I feel like Aliens Resurrection sounds weird.
Because if you're gonna add the S, then the number 4 is Aliens 2,
Yeah.
I'm
and
out.
Alien should be Alien 2.
Do you think that they're gonna, just before we leave, do you think they're gonna continue?
I hope not.
I think I think it's known that they are. I think there's when they did Romulus, is that there was going to be 3 movies, Romulus being one of them, and a TV show.
Oh,
So Alien Earth is the TV show. Romulus is one of 3. Not that there are sequels to Romulus, but they said they were going to make 3 Alien movies. One of them was Romulus,
and
and so there's 2 more
They
to come.
need to get back to horror. They need to chill out on the action.
I don't
They
know
need
if
to
there's
have
any,
one giant alien, Big Chap. That was the name of what they called it, by the way. While they were making the film, they called him Big Chap. That's what the alien was called for a long
Yes.
time. Yeah, Big Chap.
So I
That'd be
think
a great name
like
for it.
I think like with the movies, like moving forward, they just got to go full tilt on one way or the other. So meaning like Alien, go just horror and just go strictly down that route, or go Aliens and go like some big action crazy.
I wonder if the fact that they did Alien Earth and it's a very android focused, if that will help turn that off for a minute, and then they can go back to like proper Alien in the movie.
Yeah.
Because like, they've been constantly having to explore androids because they've been fascinated with it in the movies, but now that the show has,
But
13 hours of it, they don't have to do a movie now. Maybe it could be back to like a 1v1 type Alien movie like Alien, or they could go Aliens with like a Marine fight against an alien queen again with androids being back to like a bishop role. Like
But
back
how
in the
are you
background.
going to do a TV show if it was just straight like alien comes kills, alien comes kills? You have to have
No, I
androids
get
and
it.
humans. Like that's like it's a necessary evil.
But I feel like as time has gone on in the Alien franchise, the focus has lent more and more towards the android and not the other. But that's because you can only do so much with a
I mean,
species.
we're getting to the point where it's scarier to encounter David than it was a xenomorph. Like, that's so dumb.
David did all this. Like he's the one that
He's
did
way
all of it.
like scarier, and he's just unleashing these beasts. It's feeling really awkward. Like, I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Well, all right. Is there anything else after this?
Joe says, I really want to see 3 men, 1 addict get made. You're living it. That's why you love life.
yeah, that's
We're making it as we speak.
Maybe we'll keep everybody posted. Maybe something. I mean, Alien Earth will be ending. We can keep an alien theme going
Why
for a
not? Let's
future
come
podcast.
back. Let's come back for the ending of Alien Earth. We'll talk about. We'll show Sacha
series.
all of
yeah.
them.
I'll watch them and then
I'm not going to be a fan. I also don't hate it. But I don't love it.
I'll say this: the first half an hour though, I did watch where they kept up like the theme, the atmosphere, and everything. I did enjoy it, but I did start seeing where they had to build on what the TV show was about, and it started to become a snooze fest.
It's got ebbs and flows, man. Like there's gonna be great episodes that you love, and there's gonna be like.
But I've had to like
what?
I've done my Kurt's notes with Erica with like the breakdown of the different androids because like the big thing is that
Kurt's
they're
notes.
transferred consciousness.
He was ready.
And as I'm like talking about them, it's a really interesting topic, and it's fun to see it played out of the idea of like immortality could be you just take your dying body and just transfer all of your consciousness to a new body and you could keep living forever. And it's just it's a cool topic. They do, some of the characters are cool, some aren't.
So did you study before this?
What?
Like,
Earth?
Yeah, no, the movies and stuff like he did.
I didn't study the movies, but I watch them so much.
Yeah, okay, I wasn't sure.
I always get special features pop up, especially Alien 3, because I think I maybe looked at one too many things. So like I'm always getting Alien 3 facts pop up.
Yeah.
Not so much Aliens, a lot of Alien 3.
Yeah.
Alien
I know-
3 is the one that's the most defended nowadays. So they're trying to like pump out.
Yeah.
I've always said it. People have come up to me like, "Oh, Alien 3," and I'm like, "What are you talking
Yeah, I'm
about?
the
When
same.
Alien 4 exists, why
you
are you
can't make-
talking to me about
true.
3?
When
right
does
now?
Romulus exist?
Yeah, because I had only watched Resurrection, I think once, and I only watched it for my second time to prep for this. Alien 3, that might have only been my third or fourth time watching it, but Alien and Aliens, I couldn't even count, like a lot of times. So it was fun rewatching them just to prep for this.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, I hope you guys liked it. That was a long one, but we got through them all.
2 hours.
We did all right.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for the chat. Mo, Joe, Erica, thanks for like just crushing the chat. Look at that. That's its own story right there. I love it. Anything else you guys got finishing? You want to say anything? Anything coming up? You're all good?
I look forward to the next, either this live podcast or being back on the podcast. It's always a blast. Thanks so much, Jerry. You do an awesome job.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Sash. Thanks for showing up, Sash.